Tipperary, and it's a late hit gone in there on 2 Tipperary men on that far side. I think it was Dean Carew who just intercepted that ball, took a late hit, and he wins the free out. We have another Tipperary man down just on the edge of the D here. So another 2 kind of late hits gone in there, Philly, but I'm not sure who's that down there. Is that Colin O'Shaughnessy, is it?
Colin, I'd say, is down, and you're right, there was a bit of a late one, although it was a little tug here, but the tip man, he seemed to be playing advantage and then left it go when it was kicked in, so strange. I thought it might be a free into down, but now the ball is coming out and Colin is up and ready to go.
So ready to go now. Michael O'Reilly comes way out of his goals, but he actually can't kick it back to Michael O'Reilly because the physios were almost obstructing his line of sight there for Colin O'Shaughnessy to pass it back to the Tipperary goalkeeper. But nonetheless, Tipperary have worked it up to the far end of the field here. They're on the edge of the 45, and here's Jack Kennedy now. He looks inside, throws a dummy, cuts back onto his left, gives a hand pass off to Mikey O'Shea. Tipperary attacking now just outside the 45. Luke Boland's going to kick this ball long in towards the edge of the square towards Conor Sweeney, and Sean O'Connor's in there as well, and it's Down who come out with this ball and hand pass it back to the goalkeeper John O'Hare. He plays it across the field, and Down have time and space on that far side of the field through Michael Rooney. Michael Rooney now just advancing up through the halfway point of the field, now facing in towards the town end here in Semple Stadium. Still no score, 1.5 minutes gone in the opening National Football League round 3 game, as we have a look at Conor Francis, the right wing back, on the ball now for Down. Brings the ball up as far as the 45 of Tipperary, hand passes it back across the field to his midfielder Oran Murdoch, and now a bit of space opens up for Liam Kerr. A pacey player is Liam Kerr. He still has it now, and hand passes inside the 14 over the head of Jimmy Feehan, and it could be a goal chance here, but the ball is just lost in possession from Down, and out comes Tipperary, and they've won a free, and it's taken quickly, and it's a chance for Mikey O'Shea now to advance the ball up. He's past the 45 and he's looking for a hand pass, but he's way out on his own, and he's surely been very stupidly tackled as he took a very high solo run on his left foot, but he got tackled there by Niall Donnelly. So it's going to be a free out now for Tipperary to relieve the pressure, but a slow start really kind of from both teams. Nothing really clean inside either 21 yet.
Well, both of them are feeling each other out at the moment, just teasing around, trying to hold the ball, maybe get into the play. What I do notice is we are trying to get that ball in a little bit quicker than we were. We're not going over and back as much as in previous years. Down are trying to move it quickly as well. They're after kicking very quick, fast ball in as well. Yeah, Down kicking a fast ball in there, but it's gone out over the sideline. But that last ball for Tipperary was just targeted at Sean O'Connor, who was running out to it, and he's just kind of hobbling as he's getting back up. Of course, Sean would have been playing with UCC in the Fitzgibbon Cup, so he's probably a lot of miles on the clock over the last couple of weeks, but he's back up, and he looks to be moving all right, which is a good thing for Tipperary. But here's our first look at Emmett Maloney. He's on the left wing back position, coming out with this ball, manages to get a hand pass off to Luke Boland, and Luke Boland hand passes it back now to number 5. That's Kevin Fahey coming out with that ball on that far side. No, it was Colin O'Shaughnessy. And now we have a look at Jack Kennedy. Jack Kennedy loves to just get into a pocket of space and puts a lovely ball in front of Sean O'Connor. Sean O'Connor comes out as far as the 45, and here's Teddy Doyle. Can Teddy Doyle play a ball over the top? He does, and it could be a chance for Sean O'Connor, and it's Conor Sweeney who gets a heavy hit to the wards just right under the chin, and it could be a card coming here for Niall McParland. And it was one of those balls. Conor Sweeney was coming out, facing out the field, and Niall McParland was coming back in towards his own goals, and the two of them just collided, and it's a yellow card there for the centre back for Down. That's Niall McParland, and Conor Sweeney just took a very heavy hit there for the... there, all right. Yeah, I think McParland knew what he was doing there. He was putting in the softener early there, I think.
Yeah.
You know, Conor certainly felt that one because it was a full front challenge on him.
Yeah, and as we're looking down in this corner of the field, it was a corner of the field that last year was awful wet, even during the summer, but they have resurfaced all this area, and there's a lot of kind of sand down there, so hopefully that kind of left corner, as you're looking down towards the Kleinen end here in Semple Stadium, hopefully that's in a better shape. We have the first free of the day. It's going to be Sean O'Connor taking it from his hand. He's about 10 yards in from the sideline on the left hand side, so it does suit the right footed kicker. He kicks it high, but it's not going to curl. It might still stay in play, but no, it goes wide at the far post. So 4.5 minutes gone here in Semple Stadium, still no score apiece, and it's going to be a first kick out now for Down goalkeeper John O'Hare. And he surveys his options. It looks like he's going to go short to his cornerback, then he goes to his centre back Niall McParland, and you could hear Philly take a bit of a gasp because he was under a lot of pressure when he took that ball, but away comes Down. They've successfully executed that kick out, and the dummy is thrown there by number 4 coming up the field, Ryan McAvoy, and he gives it off to Oran Murdoch. Oran Murdoch now gives the hand pass off. Now Down just bringing the ball up towards the Tipperary 45. Now they kick in towards the edge of the 14, and it's an advance mark in there, and really well caught. Under no real pressure there was the Down attacker there, just trying to see his number on his back. It's either one of the full forward line, it's either Pat Havern or Barry O'Hagan, but nonetheless it's going to be a very easy scoring opportunity for Down, and over the bar it goes, and that is the first score of the the game after 5 minutes, and it's Down with the first score of the game, 1 point to no score. Philly, that advance mark, what's your overall kind of take on it?
Yeah, in a situation like that, it's good. Now the fullback was a little bit far off him, but I suppose, look, in fairness to him, he took his mark, and I like it. Once it's moved quick, once they don't dwell on it, I suppose they have the 15 seconds, but we're after giving away a free there now, turned over one.
And turned over, it was Kevin Fahey who won a mark from a kick out, and he just had the ball in his hands looking down the field, and the referee adjudged him to take too many steps as he was looking for that free. So an interesting one there, but nonetheless Kevin Fahey has worked back, but he's right in the corner in his own full back line, and he's hand passed it out over this end line, so it's going to be, out over the sideline, so it's going to be a line ball in for Down here. So Down leading 1 point to no score, but they're right in the corner. They're going to kick it across dangerously across the 45. It's flicked over. Could be a goal chance here if Down get this in their possession, and they do, but now they might just settle for a point. It's poorly kicked though, and it's actually off the post. Looked like Michael O'Reilly was going to let that one go wide, and it's hit off the post, but away comes Tipperary, and it's a high challenge there, so it is going to be a free out. But it was a bit of heart in the mouth moment there for a second.
Certainly was, but it's one of those balls that goes across you and you can't do anything about it. It's going away from you the whole time. The minute it left his boot, you could see that it was nearly creeping to the corner.
So Michael O'Reilly tries to find Jack Kennedy long with that ball, but it's been intercepted, and Down now just starting to get a foothold in this game. 1 point to no score, they lead, 6.5 minutes gone. This ball is played into the far corner here in the town end in Semple Stadium, and it's Down in possession. Have they won advantage? No, says the referee, and it's a brilliant block there by one of the Tipperary defenders, but Down managed to get it back now, and here's Oran Murdoch, edge of the D, might have a look at the post, but that one was always wide the minute it left his boot, and it's gone to the left across the face of goals and wide. So still 1 point to no score in favour of Down as Michael O'Reilly prepares for another kick out.
Good block down there by, I think it was Jimmy Feehan, the full-back. He got right up to him there.
Yeah, proper two-handed block there by the Kilnall man. It looks like a nice kick out there. No, it's intercepted, and it's Down on the attack again. Down have just Tipperary pinned inside their own half here early on as the Tipperary attackers flood back to try and defend this ball. As Down are on the attack just outside the edge of the D. Now they work it back out as far as the 45 steps, says the Tipperary defenders, but play on, says the referee, and it's still Down now, just really settling into this game the last couple of minutes. It's Down 1 point, Tipperary no score. We have 7.5 minutes gone here in Semple Stadium as Down are on the attack on that far side of the field just outside the 45, happy to go backwards with this ball under no real pressure from Tipperary, and it's their goalkeeper John O'Hare who's come all the way to the middle of the field, hand passes it laterally towards his cornerback Ryan McGill. He takes on a Tipperary man, then hand passes it off to Niall Donnelly. Niall Donnelly with the hand pass now to one of his teammates, and still Down on the attack, and they've won a free there just on the edge of the D as one of the Down players running through the middle of the Tipperary defence. Two Tipperary men collide with him. It's going to be a free in for Down, and Down looking very kind of comfortable on the ball here, attacking early.
Yeah, they're very sharp ball going forward. They're trying to move the ball inside, get it in. As soon as they pick it up, maybe 65 yards from their own goal, they're looking inside. The forwards are movement, so they're quite lively, yeah.
So it was Liam Kerr who won that. I think that first point of the game for Down was by number 19, Jared Collins, who got that. And this free is going to be taken by number 15, and it looks like he was going to go short for a second. This is Barry O'Hagan, taking a very long time, and David Power isn't happy about this, as it looked like he was going to take it short, and he's really still hasn't kicked this ball. He's looking at the post. David Power is not one bit happy, but eventually he kicks it high, and he kicks it to the right and wide, which the Tipperary crowd will be happy with here. A bit of a modest crowd, it must be said, over on that far side in the newsstand, and a lot of Down supporters too. A Down bus was pulling in just as I was coming into the stadium, full of supporters, but nonetheless it remains 1 point to no score in favour of the Ulster side as Michael O'Reilly in goals for Tipperary prepares this kick out. He goes long again, but it's straight into the hands of Oran Murdoch, who had no one near him when he caught that. He goes long now. A bit of old school football going on here in Semple Stadium, but it's Tipperary coming out with this ball now, but they're under pressure coming out with this ball, but it's a kick pass laterally, and out comes Luke Boland now. Hand passes it forward to Teddy Doyle. He's inside the 65 of Down now, and he has a bit of space in front of him. Shoulders a man to the ground, does Teddy Doyle, and he continues his run. Might have a shot off his left foot, and it's going to land in around the edge of the square as Conor Sweeney tries to get a hand to it, and it just bounces off his hand as he was falling to the ground, and away comes Down now, and it's a bit of space, and this is the counter attack we were talking about beforehand as Down progress that ball up through the field. Here's Eamon Brown on the far side, solo running the ball. Has he got pulled back? No, says the referee. Hand pass goes off into the inside forward line. It could be a shot at the post from Down. Oh, that's brilliantly struck over the bar from well outside the 21 and at an angle. It's 2 points points to no score, and that's that counter-attack that we were talking about beforehand.
Yeah, a bit of a hit, no ball in. Conor Sweeney was well marked inside, but a very good score on the turn from Jared Collins again.
Yeah, Jared Collins, his second point of the game, and Down's second point of the game. It's 2 points to no score in favour of the Ulstermen, as Michael O'Reilly now has this ball in his possession after a quick 1-2 for the kick out with Shane O'Connell, and he's going to go back to his left corner back, Shane O'Connell, once more, and O'Connell has acres of space now as the Down defensive system just gets in their position, and he might have to go all the way back to his goalkeeper once again. So just back and forth now. Tipperary struggling to find a bit of space, as I suppose the last two kickouts Tipperary have gone long with, Down came away with them, so they probably had to go a bit slower and shorter.
Probably did, yeah. I just noticed that Downer, they seem to be happy to stand off in the back line and leave the forwards have a bit of space, and then there's marking the zone inside towards the goal.
Yeah. So the only real space as we're looking at it for the Tipperary attackers is out right at the sidelines.
Exactly.
And Teddy Doyle is hugging one of these sidelines here on the 21, but the ball is on the far side of the field now. Sean O'Connor's in possession. The referee calls an advance mark, but that ball surely only went about 10 yards. But Tipperary are playing on now, and it could be a chance for Conor Sweeney to come inside, gets shoulder to the ground and struggles to get the ball away, and away comes Down, and they're coming with pace, and there's 4 or 5 of them running out with this ball, and away they come. It's a big counter-attacking opportunity now as Down cross the far 45. Down might have a shot on the post here, cut in one side. They've reached it all the way to the 21 now, and it's very dangerous, but it's intercepted there by Tipperary, and away comes Jimmy Feehan, kicks that ball long, and it's been intercepted again, and Tipperary just can't hold on to the ball, and David Power is livid down below us. It's 2 points for Down, no score for Tipperary. We've 11 and a half minutes gone here in Semple Stadium. Pretty slow start for Tipperary as Liam Kerr is in possession for Down. Hand pass it off to his teammate. Has this gone over the bar? It's gone to the left. No, it's gone over the bar. It's 3 points to no score. Just can't quite see. It's very hard to see these Down numbers on the back of their jersey.
Right,
so I'm not quite sure who put that one over the bar, but he's running towards us now. So eventually when he does turn around, I'll tell you who got that point. But nonetheless, we have 12 minutes gone here in Semple Stadium, and it's Down 3 points. Tipperary no score. And I think that was Conor Francis, was it, with that point? We're going to give it to him.
Say so, yeah.
Yeah, so it's Conor Francis with that score. So 3 points to no score, and it looks like this ball is going to go straight into the hands of Conor Francis. It's gone over his head, luckily, very fortunately for Michael O'Reilly, as that kick out looked like it was going to be another one straight into the hands of a Down man, but it's gone to Teddy Doyle now, and he hand passes it backwards to Jack Kendy. Jack Kendy manages to get the ball off to one of his teammates. I think that was Shane O'Connell, is it, down below us, and he's taken a heavy shoulder and won a free out. It is Shane O'Connell.
Down are very tenacious in their tackling.
They're very up for this game.
They are indeed, yeah, and 3 points ahead, and deservedly so, I'm afraid, at the moment, yeah.
So we haven't seen too much of an attacking output here from Tipperary, but hopefully Emmett Maloney can provide it. He's soloing forward with the ball, but he's forced to go backwards now to Colm O'Shaughnessy. Colm O'Shaughnessy's on his own 65 now, and the Down players have gone 13 men behind the ball here inside their own 65, as most county teams do nowadays, and it's forced Tipperary to go backwards with the ball. So Tipperary just hand passing it in around the middle of the field under no real pressure, as Luke Boland gets a shout to his left from Colm O'Shaughnessy, and he's going to hold on to that ball, and David Power is just not happy with the setup of his Tipperary teammates, and it's Luke Boland under an awful lot of pressure in around the middle of the field, and he's managed to solo himself out of trouble and get the ball off to Mikey O'Shea. Mikey O'Shea has been pulled back, but play on, says the referee, and now it's another long ball in by the Tipperary team, and luckily enough the referee has brought that back for the advantage. It is going to be a free in for Tipperary. It's about 50 metres out, so hard to know, is this going to be one that they're going to attempt to put on goal? But Down are in no rush to play the ball back out to the Tipperary lads. The ball was kicked in long by Mikey O'Shea. The referee brought it back for an advantage, but the Down lads have just happily enough left the ball inside the 14, forcing Teddy Doyle to go in and get it and kick it back out to Jack Kendy.
We'll find that he'll go short with it here, Paul. I don't see him having a go at it.
Yeah.
And on the run here from.
Yeah, and Jack Kendy does go short and laterally towards Emmett Maloney, and he gets it back now. And here's Jack Kendy, edge of the 45, has a look inside, but under no real, under a lot of pressure, as he has to kick that ball laterally now. And it's the chance for Colm O'Shaughnessy to come surging forward with the ball with his grey sleeves on, and he hand passed it forward now. It's Conor Sweeney now out as far as the 45. Here's Liam McGrath. He's on the edge of the D. He's got a down man in front of him, and he's pirouetted one way and he's turned into 3 or 4 down men, but he manages to get his hand pass off to Mikey O'Shea, who's won a free, and he almost broke 2 or 3 tackles and he would have been in on goals, but he's been fouled, and it is going to be a free in right on the edge of the D for Tipperary. So it's a chance for Sean O'Connor, more than likely going to take this one right on the edge of the D, and this could be a chance for Tipperary to get the score on the board.
Looks like it should be. We're nearly 15 minutes in, and probably about 25-30 yards out now, but reasonably in front of the goal. So
yeah, just on the left edge of the D here is Sean O'Connor. He's facing in towards the Killiney end. He's got his back to us here as Tipperary play from right to left as we're looking at it. So we're looking at the back of Sean O'Connor as he's going to hit this with his right foot. He kicks it high, and is it accurate? It's straight over the bar. First score of the game in this National Football League for Tipperary. It's from Sean O'Connor's right boot, and it's Tipperary 1 point, down 3 points, 15 minutes gone. And straight away, wasting no time, is John O'Hare goes for down as he goes short to Conor Francis with this kick out on a loose hand pass back, but it's made its way back to the goalkeeper as Tipperary now are dropping back and putting no real pressure on Down at all, as Down are able to solo run it straight out to their own 65 with no pressure, as the Tipperary players are running the same direction as Down to get their defensive system set up. And now the hand pass goes in towards the middle of the field as Tipperary try to intercept it now, and the pressure is on. Mikey O'Shea gets a good fist on it, but unluckily for him it bounces straight back to Oran Murdoch, who's able to go on the attack again. He hand passes it inside. I think this is Jared Collins, who's been a bit of a menace for Tipperary so far, has the Down number 19. He's been on a lot of ball, and now he's given off a hand pass to a surging Down player, and he's been pulled back, and it's borderline black card territory here.
Yeah, and if he was to give a black card, you couldn't argue with it. It was a bit of a soft tackle. I think it's Sean O'Connor who might have pulled him back.
Yeah, it was just one of those ones where it was an arm tackle, like your man had gone past him nearly, and his arm was there. So let's see what the referee does. He has a card out, and that is a yellow card. So it's a yellow card for Sean O'Connor, who had made his whole way back to his own 21, but it was all in vain to give away a free, and it's going to be a pretty scoreable free now for Down as they lead Tipperary 3 points to 1 here with just about 16 minutes gone. But they're actually going to go short now towards the edge of the 14, and it could be a goal chance, but instead it's put straight over the bar, and I think that is number 15 Barry O'Hagan who's put that ball over the bar with his left boot. So just a bit of going to sleep there by the Tipperary defence, allowed that short free, and it's been put over the bar. So 4 points for Down, 1 point for Tipperary, 16 and a half minutes gone, and David Power won't be too happy with what he's seen so far, Philly.
And you would have thought that the Down forward was in a nice scoreable position, but maybe that's what the tricks that Conor Laverty has brought to them.
Yeah.
Dave won't be happy. We're not moving. We moved back off the player there, left him 65 yards without touching getting a hand on it.
It's very dodgy coming out with the defence here from Tipperary, and they're under so much pressure, and it's been overturned again by Down. It's just real loose hand passing, and now it's a time for a counter attack, and here's Barry O'Hagan going on a solo run. He's inside the 14, hand pass, the goal chance here for Down. Brilliant save by Michael O'Reilly, and it's managed to go over the bar, but it was a brilliant save by Michael O'Reilly, who came rushing out for that big goal chance for Down, goes a begging, but instead it deflects over the bar. 5 points to 1 Down lead. And who was it that got that one, Philly, if you saw that?
I'm finding it like yourself, Paul. I'm finding it hard to see the numbers on the back of the jerseys. So it was one 13.
Yeah, we'll say it's 13. Eamon Brown. It was hand passed into him, who was just inside the 14. It was hand passed over the head of Jimmy Feehan, and suddenly he was in 1-on-1. And it was Michael O'Reilly who came rushing out, put his body on the line. It hit off him and went over the bar. So 5 points to 1 now. This kick out is just one long by Conor Francis of Down, and it's Tipperary just can't get their hands on the ball here. They're 5 points to 1 down. There's 18 minutes gone, and it's been all Down in the first quarter of this game, and they're on the attack once more.
The Down half-back line are taking a little gamble. They're stepping out in front of the half-forwards, and it's working for them.
And here's Oran Murdoch. He gets the shout there by number 15 Barry O'Hagan. Cuts one way, cuts the other, but gives a poor hand pass back to Oran Murdoch, and Tipperary have the chance now to come out with this ball, and they've won a free. So now it's maybe a chance for Tipperary to build an attack, but they've been doing so much defending that they're in no real rush of getting the ball forward, but they've hand passed it laterally towards Emmett Maloney now. Emmett Maloney working out as far as the 65 and gets the hand pass off now to Luke Boland. Luke Boland breaks the tackle and away he goes. He's one advantage, and now he gives a hand pass back to Emmett Maloney. Emmett Maloney gets the shout from Teddy Doyle to leave it off. Teddy Doyle goes one way, then goes the other, and now he's going to play a big ball in towards Lee McGrath on the edge of the square. Lee McGrath, can he get this ball in his hands? And he has done on that far side. It's actually Conor Sweeney plays it back out towards Lee McGrath now, and Lee McGrath just fumbles the ball. He's just on the edge of the D. He's got 6 down men around him, though. He's surely going to be given away for steps, and there's just nothing he can do there. He had 6 men on him. He actually couldn't free his hands at all. Down have overturned the ball once again, and away comes Down on the attack through number 13, Eamon Brown. He plays a lovely ball in. It's a 1-on-1. It's a big goal chance here. Can Michael O'Reilly get the stop? No, he can't. And it's a goal for Down, and it's a goal for that man again. It is Jared Collins who scored 1-2. And it's a big goal here for Down. 1-5 to 1 point they lead, and it was just another quick counter, ball over the top in 1-on-1, and there was nothing Michael O'Reilly could really do.
Absolutely nothing he could do there. No, 6 fellas were surrounded. We lost the ball up in our own area, and just 2 quick passes and it's in the back of the net.
So just up one end of the field so quick we're down, and they had 6 men around Liam McGrath who got overturned there, but there was nothing he could really do. And it's a brilliant fetch there in midfield by Jack Kendi, who wins the mark, but it decides to go on a solo run, gets overturned, manages to get the ball back. Tipperary just under so much pressure when they're in possession of this ball. And here's Emmett Maloney now. Tipperary needs something, they need a score. Emmett Maloney, has he been fouled? Yes, he has, says the referee, but Tipper are going to play on. Tipperary just advancing towards the 45 of down and pass it backwards now to Jack Kendi. Jack Kendi forced to go back now towards Colin O'Shaughnessy. The Ardfinnan man's right in the middle of the field. Hand passes it over to Mike O'Shea. Mike O'Shea now goes on the run inside the 45, has a bit of space, but now he's run into the trap really that Down have set inside that 45, just between the 45 and the edge of the D. That space, once any tip man runs in there, it's just a no-go zone, and this ball has been fouled there by one of the Down players. It was Connor Sweeney trying to get his fist on that ball. He's been pulled back and he's won a free, and Connor Sweeney just not happy with I suppose the ball not coming into him. He's making a lot of runs in there.
He is, yeah. He's playing very solo in there. He's one inside. They seem to be tagging him with a second man, and we're kicking the ball in high, and they're just breaking it down.
Yeah.
Down off him. He did well now to get a free out of this, I have to say.
So it's going to be Sean O'Connor once again. He's just on the 21, but he's only about 7 or 8 yards in from the sideline. But it's going to be right in front of us here, so it's a nice angle for a right-footed kicker. So we're going to have a good view of this as he makes his run-up, kicks it high, and again it's just going to go wide on that far side, very similar to the first free of the game he had. So 21 minutes on the clock here. Down 1-5, Tipperary 1 point. As straight away Down take a quick kick out, but there has been 2 balls on the field, so the referee calls it back. But it's not been the start Tipperary have wanted here at all.
No, we needed to start this game now. See, we're leaving them out again as far as the 65, and they have the ball over. They're on the attack again. We need to get up on that kick out, I think. And
so much space now for Down to run into, and they are all the way up to the 21, untouched really. And here's Gerard Collins now going on a solo run, and he might have another shot at the post. What a strike that is, and what a score that is from Gerard Collins. And that's gone over the bar once again. So it's now 1-6 for Down, 1 point for Tipperary. We have 22 minutes gone as Michael O'Reilly goes long towards Emmett Maloney. The safe hands of Emmett Maloney wins it a mark from that kick out, and now Tipperary have found a bit of space in around the middle of the field. Here's our first real look at Kevin Fahey progressing forward with the ball. He hand passes it off to his right hand side to Mark Stokes, but it's gone through the hands of Kevin Fahey, and it's another cheap turnover ball, and away it comes Down once again, and they go long towards the outrunning our attacker there. That's Barry O'Hagan, I believe, in possession of this ball. He's just on the edge of the 45 now. Hand passes it off. Here's number 12, Liam Kerr. Hand passes it off now again, and Down just on the attack once more through number 2, Ryan McGill. But he gets overturned inside the Tipperary D, and away comes Tipperary. And any time Tip do get that ball in around there, they're being fouled right there and then.
They're clever in their fouls. Yeah, they're stopping the movement forward. So it's a clever foul by the Down players.
So 22 minutes gone, almost 23 minutes gone. Down 1-6, Tipperary 1 point. And here's Teddy Doyle in possession for Tipperary. Goes all the way back, and he's been hit late there, and I didn't actually see that hit, but David Power isn't happy with it. Not sure if you saw that one, Philly.
Yeah, 13 came through him, Eamon Brown came through him late on there. He was rid of the ball into the back.
Or is it number 15
Barry
here?
O'Hagan, sorry, yeah.
Barry O'Hagan getting a talk to from the referee. It's actually going to be a black card. So it's a black card for Down, so they're going to be down to 14 men until the 33rd minute there. So it's a black card. Do you think it was a black card? I didn't see it myself, but Teddy Doyle had given off a hand pass, and then he was hit late.
No, I truthfully would have thought a yellow card now, but he was late into his back, but I didn't think it was a black card now. A yellow possibly, but black seems a bit harsh, but we'll take it. It might give a bit of momentum now.
Tipperary need to make hay in this 10-minute period now. So it's Tipperary going to be playing against 14 men. It's Barry O'Hagan who's been black-carded for Down. So we've 23 minutes, 45 seconds gone. Tipperary on the attack, but they're going to need a lot of scores. It's Down 1-6, Tipperary 1 point. And Tipperary have won a free now, but they've been forced to go back to Jimmy Feehan, who's the furthest man back for Tipperary that isn't the goalkeeper, and he's on the Down 65. So Down just sitting inside their own half of the field now. That's down to 14 men. Jack Kendi looking for a bit of space and finds it, and finds a lovely ball forward to Mike O'Shea. Mike O'Shea looking to beat 2 men, wins a free. Can he get a hand pass off? He can't. He's been fouled. So it is going to be a free in now for Tipperary right on the 21, and you'd probably like Sean O'Connor to just nearly speed things up and put this ball over the bar and make use of this 10-minute period. because this free is central, about as central as you can get a free.
And scoreable,
yeah.
Anyway.
He should be just about a yard or two outside the 21, facing into the Kleinen end here in Semple Stadium. And Sean O'Connor, the Clonmel Commercials clubman, he's got Tipperary's only score of the game. And this one is kicked to the left and wide by Sean O'Connor, and he puts his hands on his knees straight away. That one was pretty much right in front of the goal, so that's just how it's been for Tipp in this first half.
That's a bad miss now, because Down are being clever here now, because when you go down with an injury, you eat into the black card clock, so that's what they're doing now, I'd say.
But in fairness to the referee, is he going to say play on? But Lee McGrath is having a word with the referee about this time. It's pretty much time wasting going on by the Down number 2 there, Ryan McGill. Of course, his contact lens must have fell out just at the right time, but nonetheless, it's John O'Hare now in goals for Down, about to take this kick out. And he's just surveying his options here. This kick out still hasn't been taken. This ball has gone wide about a minute ago, and now it's been taken, and he goes long in towards the middle of the field. Jack Kennedy rises, gets a fist to it, and here's Mikey O'Shea now, the centre forward for Tipperary. Jack Kennedy under a bit of pressure manages to get the kick pass off to that far side of the field, and here's Mark Stokes who hand passes it forward now, and Tipperary are on the attack, but Down have plenty of men back, so Tipp go long in towards Conor Sweeney on the edge of the square. And it's a mark called by the Down man, but has that gone out for a 45?
Yeah, I think he pulled it out over the line with him. Yeah, he was off balance when he got it, so yeah.
So he caught it just on the line, but fell out over the end line, so it's going to be a 45 for Tipperary. And some of the Down defenders not too happy with that, but nonetheless, 26 minutes gone now. 1-6 for Down, 1 point for Tipperary, as Jack Kennedy's going to take this 45. A great striker of the ball is Jack Kennedy. But we really need a score here now.
We do need a score, yeah. We have to get back into this game now. I think the Down lads would feel that he got a slight nudge over the line. That's what they might be complaining about.
Yeah.
We could do with getting this score now, because we're leaving a few scores behind us from frees. So to get us back into this game with a man off the field, we really need to make a bit of inroads into this.
So here we go. Here's Jack Kennedy now facing in towards the Kleinen end. This one is going to land to the left and wide. It could be fisted into the back of the net. It's just blocked on the line by one of the Down men, and away comes Niall McParland, and he's been fouled. And now Down are going to take this quick. They've given it to number 14, Pat Avern. Pat Avern going on a solo run now. He's got no one near him as he approaches his own 65. He gives the hand pass off now, and Tipperary have managed to get some men back. One of those is Sean O'Connor, and it's been played now forward, but it's been intercepted nicely there by that's number 8, Luke Boland there. So Tipperary back in possession of this ball. We've 27 minutes gone, still 1-6 to 1 point. A loose hand pass there forward by Teddy Doyle, and it's been intercepted, and it's a chance for Down to go on attack. Down to 14 men after Barry O'Hagan received a black card on the 23rd minute. We're in the 27th minute now, and it's Down on the attack inside the 45 of Tipperary. They hand pass it back to Jared Collins now, and he finds a man in acres of space on that far side, and away comes Down with this ball. They're just inside the 65 of Tipperary, and Niall McParland hand pass it forward to Liam Kerr. Liam Kerr now turns one way, turns the other, gets the ball overturned. Surely touched that ball on the ground. Referee says play on. Ball is played into the full forward line, but Jimmy Feehan is there to intercept that. Gives the hand pass off now, and away comes Tipperary with that ball. Ball played forward now towards Teddy Doyle on that far side, and it's Tipperary just crossing their own 45 with this ball that is played back to Luke Boland. He gets the shout, and he's going to hand pass it forward. No, he's going to stay in possession of that ball. And that's Luke Boland under no real pressure as he crosses halfway, and he's going to bring it up towards the 65. Still no one near him as he turns back now, and it's just Luke Boland soling the ball around the middle of Semple Stadium.
And it's given an opportunity for Down to get back into position as well. So they're behind the ball now again. It's a bit slow, porous from us.
Yeah.
We need to be a bit quicker moving the ball forward.
And any time Tipperary have kind of got inside the 45, they've looked for the long ball, but they're hand passing it now, and it's Sean O'Connor goes one way, goes the other, but he's got so much Down men on him. He's just 3 or 4 men on him when he's got that ball, and Down have overturned this, and I must say Down are just looking so good here today. And they've come away with this ball, won the advantage, but they're going to play on. And here is Jared Collins in possession of that one. And now that I can see the numbers clearly, I'm not sure was it Jared Collins getting all them scores, because the problem with the Down numbers here is obviously we're playing under lights here in Semple Stadium, and the numbers are in black on the back of their jerseys, but when we're looking at shadows, it's pretty hard to see the black numbers on their jerseys behind the shadows, but we won't use that as an excuse. But nonetheless, Down are on the attack right in the far corner of the field here in the town end in Semple Stadium. Goes one way, goes the other, and hand passes it backwards now. So Down very comfortable in possession of this ball. No real pressure on the 14 men of Down after Barry O'Hagan received a black card in the 23rd minute. We've 29 minutes gone now and it's down 1-6. Tipperary 1 point. Down goes long, but that's going to be easily intercepted there by Jimmy Feehan coming out with that ball. And he's been on quite a lot of ball for Tipperary, as has Luke Boland, but Tipperary just can't get anything going forward. And now it might be a chance for Jack Kennedy to attack, and now it's a chance for Tipperary to find a bit of space through Emmett Maloney. Emmett Maloney continues his solo run, and it might be played back to Teddy Doyle. Teddy Doyle inside the 45, goes one way, goes the other. Has he been fouled? No, says the referee, and he has been fouled now eventually by Niall Donnelly, who's not happy about that. And straight away Teddy Doyle is looking for some movement, but he's just looking at a sea of red. So I think it's going to be put down now and maybe taken by Jack Kennedy.
I thought he was fouled in the first instance, but when he came back he had the second bite.
Yeah.
So if he gave the free the first time, it would have been a surprise.
Yeah, so it's a free in now for Tipperary, about 5 or 6 yards inside the 45. So Jack Kennedy is going to have a look at the posts, and he's going to be taking this off the ground. Is number 9 Jack Kennedy, Clonmel Commercials clubman, and he's going to be striking this with his right foot. The shot is just slightly left of centre, so it's a good one for a right-footed kicker, and this one starts out to the right-hand post, has it curled in, and it's curled in over the bar. That's just the second score of the day for Tipperary, and it's come from Jack Kennedy. 30 minutes gone now, 1-6 for Down, 2 points for Tipperary, and Tipperary, they definitely need the next score, because it's 1-6 to 2 points. And
we're down by 7 points still. We're after missing a few frees. That was a good score now. Someone on the ground now, Luke Boland by the look of it.
Yeah, we've a Tipperary man down. I think it is Luke Boland. As we mentioned, he was on quite a lot of ball, and he's just down now, just stretching his hamstring, it looks like. And the physio is in now. Referees just stopped the play, but this all will suit Down as well.
It will, yeah. I think when David gets him into the dressing room at half time, he'll be looking at the turnover ball, especially in the forward line. Down are getting well in around that in their back line, and they're moving it very quickly up front, so we have to try and block that out. It looks like Luke Boland has gone off. Yeah,
it looks like they've made that gesture with the hands, call for a substitution. So David Power has a decision to make here. We're going to need a substitute for Tipperary to come on. And it looks like it's going to be number 20. So number 20 is Cathal Deely, the youngster from Clonmel. He is going to be coming on. And would this be... has he played with the senior squad? He was in with them last year, was he?
Yeah, he played a few games. He played against Cavan and Croke Park now.
Yeah.
He's been going quite well. And
he's been very well with Clonmel last year as well.
He's good and strong, and he's good in the ball, so hopefully he can bring a bit into this game.
So Cathal Deely onto the field wearing number 20 for Tipperary in place of Luke Boland, who just has some sort of lower leg muscle injury there, so he's just lying on the ground in front of us. But number 15 Barry O'Hagan is back on the sideline ready to come back on, but he's having a word with the fourth official there just about the time, so he is going to be coming back onto the field in just about a minute or two for Down after receiving that black card. But it's Down in possession of the ball now. On the edge of their own D is Niall McParland under no real pressure whatsoever. Tipperary happy to just let Down bring the ball forward as far as the 65, and they're just going to let them come all the way in as far as the 45, still untouched. And now here's Jared Collins, the man who we credited for 1-2, but I don't think he's actually might have even scored again due to our numbers errors here by us, I must say. But it's Down just passing the ball around the back as if there's literally no one near him, because there is no one near him. They're just passing it around their own 45. Tipperary happy to just let them come forward with this ball under no real pressure, but now they're coming forward. They're inside the 65 of Tipperary are Down. We have 32 minutes gone. Down 1-6, Tipperary 2 points. The goal for Down coming earlier in that game after a hand pass over the top, and it was a one-on-one situation for the Down attacker that was put past Michael O'Reilly low, and there was nothing he could really do about that goal. And Down on the attack, and it's been fouled there. Number 5 Connor Francis was fouled, and Tipperary sideline, and the Tipperary players aren't happy with that at all. It's just on the edge of the D. It looked kind of like he just ran into a Tip lad.
Yeah, it was hard to know. I suppose we'd be calling it if it was up the other end.
Yeah.
You know, we'd be looking for it. He probably did barge in a small bit, but Tip lad stood his ground. There was three around him. I think that was the problem. They made an easy decision for the referee. So it's Barry O'Hagan who's back onto the field, and they've handed him the ball, so he's going to take this free just about 2 or 3 yards to the right of the edge of the D, and just about probably let's call it 10 yards outside the 21. So he's going to be taking this right footed. It would probably suit a left footer, but it's not that much of an angle. So Barry O'Hagan, who got the black card earlier on, he's already got a point, and he kicks this ball, and is it gone to the right and wide? So he's been standing in the cold for the last 10 minutes, and he's put that ball to the right and wide. But I suppose in that 10-minute period, Tipperary only managed to get 1 point. Yeah. Down won't be too unhappy with that 10-minute period that he was off. A strange move putting him straight onto the free, though.
Yeah.
Coming off after being cold on the sideline.
So it's Michael O'Reilly now. The ball is on the tee and he's going to kick this long, and it's going to be targeted at Teddy Doyle. It's going to go over his head and kept in play by Jack Kennedy. No, he's got it in his possession, but he couldn't stop his momentum from running out over the sideline. So it's going to be a line ball in for Down. They're halfway between the 45 and 65 of Tipperary, and in possession of this ball is Donagh McAleenan. Donagh McAleenan hand passes it back to Niall McParland, and they're laterally to Liam Kerr now. Liam Kerr, quick player, he cuts one way, cuts the other, and now we can really see his pace. He cuts onto his left hand side. This would be some score by Liam Kerr, but it's just gone across the face of the goals and wide by Liam Kerr. So it's going to be kick out for Michael O'Reilly, as we hear 2 minutes of injury time is going to be added on. So it's Tipperary 2 points, Down 1-6, and Down go long now, or Tipperary go long, and a brilliant catch there by Cathal Deely, who's just onto the field, brilliantly catches that kick out, and this allows Tipperary the chance to advance the ball up the field. Now here's Emmett Maloney, how Tipperary would love a score now in before half time. They're 1-6 to 2 points down. Here's Teddy Doyle, and pass it back now towards Mikey O'Shea, but again it's slow from Tipperary once they get around the middle of the field, and it's allowed Down to put 13 men behind this ball, and Tipperary have yet to be able to find a true way through this Down defence, or Down defence I should say, and it's Kevin Fahey now plays it all the way back to Colm O'Shaughnessy. Colm O'Shaughnessy's on the 65 of Down under no real pressure, but he's got no real options in front of him either. This Down defensive setup is really well organised, and they're shifting left and they're shifting right, and there's no real space for Tipperary to look into, so it's just all little hand passes out around and people trying to make darting runs through before hand passing it laterally again, and the ball goes through the hands once more and all the way back out to Mikey O'Shea. It looked like Lee McGrath might have had a bit of space there to turn into, but instead it's come all the way out to Jack Kennedy. Jack Kennedy throws that typical dummy from him, and now he hand passes it to Cathal Deely. Cathal Deely now inside the 45 and hand passes it back to Jack Kennedy, who's continued his run, and if Cathal Deely can continue his run, he did, but he couldn't quite get the ball back off Jack Kennedy as a Down defender was in the way. And here's Dean Carew now. Tipperary just a prolonged attack here, but can't really get anything going, and they've known inside the 21 to go long to really, and that's proven to be a bit of a difficulty for Tipperary. They've no outball really at the minute here.
To be fair, there's 3-4 Down players hunted down the ball every time the player is on it, and as you say, Paul, they're shifting across. They're not making it easy for the Tip lads to move the ball in. And
now Tipperary go long, and it's towards Kevin Fahey, who's in the left corner forward position, and he's right out in the 21 now, right out in the sideline, and he hand passes it forward, nearly gets the ball back, and it's finally overturned by just such a hard working Down defensive unit. And Kevin Fahey just down on the ground. He's back up, running back to his wing back position, but he's got a long way to go. But out comes Down with this ball now. We've 36, just about 37 minutes gone, and it's Down 1-6, Tipperary 2 points, as Down might just look to get a point before the half ends. But there is the half-time whistle from referee in charge, Chris Maguire. 1-6 to 2 points, and Philly, I suppose it's a poor showing really from Tipperary in that first half.
That's fair to say, Paul. Look, it's disappointing, to be honest with you, because we're just a bit slow on the ball. Down are defending very well. I think their turn is over very, very easy, and we're giving the ball away very cheaply. I think there's a few things David will have to have a look at half time. Our kick-outs. The Down half-back seem to be coming in front of our half-forward line, taking the ball easy enough off us. And from the middle of the field, we're giving them too much time to regroup, so I think we're going to have to look at getting the ball in quicker.
Yeah.
We look to be kicking it in high towards Conor Sweeney, who's inside in his own at times, whereas if we were a bit lower ball and maybe run through, if Mikey O'Shea's running at him, he seems to be getting a couple of frees off them.
Yeah, there's no space in there for Tipperary kicking in that ball, so that's why they've just been kind of hand passing it around. It's like there's a puzzle in front of Tipperary once they get to the 45, and they haven't figured out this puzzle yet.
Yeah, well, to be fair, as we say, Down have a very good system in place, and there's 4 or 5 players around the ball. The player on the ball is marked the whole time. They're moving across, as you said yourself, they're shifting left to right and going over with it, so they're not making it easy. They're hunting the tip forwards.
So yeah, it's been a tough first half for Tipperary, but I suppose Down were probably on about 1-6 after 20 minutes or so, and they kind of went scoreless for the last 15-16 minutes, but I suppose they were down to 14 at one stage. But it's tough to see what Tipperary can do now. If they had Stephen O'Brien there in a full forward, a big man to an out ball that they kind of been doing a lot of in the McGrath Cup, something like that might be something we have to look at.
Yes, Stephen would make a difference there, all right. I don't know what else we could introduce there from the sideline now at the moment that will make a huge impact.
Yeah.
Stephen probably is the one, maybe Conor Cadell, who might be able to run the ball, because it looks like our tactic of kicking the ball in isn't really working for us. The Down lads just breaking it down and coming away out with it. and once that happens, they seem to be able to turn it over very quickly up front and knock it over.
Yeah, and we can see down to just the right-hand side of the dugout here in Semple Stadium, David Power and Charlie McGeever and the crew are having a very, a lot of gesturing going on while they're chatting. They know that this hasn't gone well. They know they have to figure this out. But nonetheless, it is half-time here in Semple Stadium. It's a down 1-6, Tipperary 2 points. We're going to be back with some half-time analysis after these. So half-time here in Semple Stadium in the opening Division 3 game for Tipperary. They're playing Down in the National Football League. At half-time it is Down 1-6, Tipperary 2 points. And I can tell you our mystery about who got Down's goal. It's Pat Havern who's got the goal, and he's got a couple of points as well. So we had originally credited Jared Collins, but instead no, it is Pat Havern. And Down were just peppering Tipperary's defence there for a good part of the first quarter of that game, let's say, and Tipperary didn't really have an answer. And as we mentioned before the break, it's hard to know how Tipperary can attack this Down defence in the second half.
Yeah, it is. The tactic of kicking the ball in high and long isn't working for us, so I think we're going to have to go back and start working the ball through the hands and start running at them a bit. Michael O'Shea there, when he gets a ball at centre forward, they look to be fouling him. Down have been very clever, they've been very tactical, they're know when to stop the play. When the lads are coming out of the back line, they're pulling them down, they're stopping them. Yeah. And up front, they know they're just clever, they're stalling the attack. So they're very well set up, I have to say.
It's almost like a lot of the time when Tipp get the ball and they might play it out to, let's say, Teddy Doyle here, and he might kind of wait for a bit of support to come on and then hand pass it backwards. We probably need a bit of maybe pace, just at that threat of, if this lad gets the ball, we need to get near him because he's going to run around it. We might need that pace kind of out around the half forward.
Yeah, what we're doing is on the sideline when we come out, we're probably playing 3, 4, 5 hand passes around, and we're not making any ground with it. And then we go back over the other side very slowly with it, and 3, 4, 5 passes again. So maybe what we might need to look at is getting right down the middle at them and attack them there, go at them hard maybe. They are very well set up defensively, and we're actually helping them set up defensively because we're slow on the ball, so we need to quicken up our own play in the second half. If we don't, I think we could go another 5-6 points behind, and that won't be good for us.
And we've saw it a lot as well. A lot of Down's scores were Tipperary being slow with the ball in their half forward line and then given a cheap hand pass and they're overturned, and then Down are they're gone. Like, there was a few times there where Down won the ball in their own half back line and just went surging forward. There was 4 or 5 of them running to one Tipperary man running back, let's say. And that's awful hard to defend. Yeah, they're putting in a huge amount of tacklers. They're getting around the man on the ball, maybe 3, 4, 5 fellas at each time. So he has no place to go. Yeah, forcing the turnover, and once they turn over, they're absolutely very quick to get it up front and move that ball. And a lot of their scores. Now, I think the Tipp lads will be happy that they got the grips maybe the last 15 minutes. I don't think there was many scores came from the Down attack, so they'll probably look at that and say, well, that's one aspect of the game that's working for us. We've closed it down a bit. I think we need to get on top of the Down kick out. They're coming out 65, maybe our 65 as well, without, as you say yourself, a hand being laid on them. So maybe from that point of view, maybe that's something we look at, maybe attacking and going after the kick out that they have. Yeah, because Down have had kick outs here where they've played it to their corner back, who at one stage was able to bring it all the way up to the far 21 before he was forced to turn around and go back. But that was maybe more so of an anomaly. But nearly every other one, they've been at least able to come out towards their own 65, if not the Tipperary 65, before a glove is laid in them. Yeah, if you're given a free ball coming out from the back and you have runners coming on the whole time, you're going to be in trouble. They're going to open you up. A good team will open you. They'll take advantage of that, and that's exactly what's happening with the Down lads. So maybe that's an aspect we do need to go after. Maybe look at the kick out and attacking it a bit more actively. Let's say if you were to push up on the kick out, like Tipp are typically pretty good on under a high ball. Usually when we have, I know we're missing like Paddy Fian, who's been brilliant and very physical under a high ball. But like if we force them to go long, maybe it could be something has to change here in the second half. Yeah, it has to. Like, I mean, if we're going to play the second half the same way as we played the first, we're going to be in a bit of bother. Like, I mean, because as we said earlier, we're not moving it quick enough. We're playing it to Down's hands, and they're well set up, and they'll eat us up every time we come forward with the ball if we're going to be slow with it. So let's hope for a better second half here in Semple Stadium for Tipperary, and we will bring you that second half after these. But for now, it's Tipperary 2 points down, 1-6 at half time. We'll be back with the second half after these.
Tipp FM's live coverage of the Allianz Football League comes in association with Casey Tiles and Wooden Floors Care Business Park Care, Ireland's largest stockists of tiles, laminates and wooden floors. See caseytiles.ie. Large selection of stock now on sale.
Centenary Home and Garden have amazing pet care offers this week for their January Super Savers. There's now 20% off all pet accessories, including leashes, collars, treats, bowls, beds and more. There's also 15% off all Royal Canin and Gain Elite dog food and 10% off all Burns dog food. Offers available from now until this Saturday, January 28th in all Centenary Home and Garden branches.
Talbot Fitness at the Talbot Hotel Clonmel have just launched their biggest sale of the year. Buy one annual leisure centre membership and get a second leisure membership half price. Membership includes access to all classes, gym, pool, sauna, steam room and jacuzzi. Don't miss this unbelievable deal. Call in today or see talbothotelclonmel.ie.
Avail of finance rates from just 3.9% across the 2023 Kia range at Horse and Jockey Kia, Ireland's longest serving Kia dealer. Visit horseandjockeycarsales.com or for more details call 0504 44176.
Shaw's biggest ever winter sale ends this weekend. Enjoy huge savings with final reductions in store and online. Visit our new website at shaws.ie.
Tipp FM's live coverage of the Allianz Football League comes in association with Casey Tiles and Wooden Floors Care Business Park Care, Ireland's largest stockists of tiles, laminates and wooden floors. See caseytiles.ie. Large selection of stock now on sale.
And we're back here in Semple Stadium, just getting ready for the second half of this National Football League game between Tipperary and Down. Our coverage here on Tipp FM is with thanks to Casey Tiles and Wooden Floors in Care. Paul Carroll here on commentary with Philly Ryan, former Tipperary goalkeeper, alongside me. And Philly, we were talking about the kickouts just before half time, and Tipperary, Michael O'Reilly was trying to mix it up. The first few he went long with, it was like he expected it nearly to go longer, and there was Conor Francis of Down was getting on a lot of them in around the middle of the field, and then he kind of went short, and Tipperary were slow coming out with that ball when it goes short. So it's just everything needs to be just quicker nearly.
We need to quicken it up a small bit. Like, I mean, we look a little bit laid back in our play. We look a bit slow in our play. We're moving the ball. We're not moving it quickly from back to front, whereas Down are moving it very quickly from their back line to their front line. That's the difference at the moment, that they're taking their chances and we're not. And it's true, like, I mean, probably on our kick out, the ones we were going long with, it looked like Michael expected them to go a bit longer, but the Down half backs just stepped in front of the half forward line and just took, I wouldn't call it handy ball, but it was a cheap enough ball that they were taking at times.
Yeah, like Tipperary in this league, they're going to have 7 games. 3 of them are here at home in Semple Stadium. 4 are on the road. So coming in, it was kind of like, right, we need to make the most of these home games. So a bad start here would just be kind of a momentum killer. So Tipperary need a big second half here.
They do, really, because you're going to Cavan next week, and that's not going to be easy. We won there last year in the league, but they bet us then in the final in Croke Park. And it's not going to be easy up there. They'll be well set up. So, like, I mean, and at the moment I can't see us coming back to turn this game around. Maybe we will, but I just think the deficit is too much, 7 points, and
not looking good.
Not looking good. No, we're not now. And I'd lie again, and I don't see that we've gone for a sub, and now maybe we have, but I'm sure there'll be a few words inside, and they'll probably try and change things up in the dressing room, you know. And
we might have a game like we had against Wexford last year, where Tipp got 4 goals and was it 4-4 to 15 points or something. That was an interesting scoreline, but that was the win that kind of propelled Tipperary last year.
That's right. That's where it all started from. I suppose that's where they kicked off. If we had lost that game, it would have been a big difference.
Yeah, and here comes the Tipperary team running out as we just look down as they're running out through the tunnel. Can't see any substitutes yet. Kyle Deely's back out there. Lee McGrath, of course, number 25 in his back. He started in place of Stephen O'Brien. Kevin Fahey coming out there with Jimmy Feehan. And the Tipperary team look unchanged so far, as the Tipperary are going to be playing from left to right as we look at it, as a few balls are being kicked down towards Michael O'Reilly as he prepares to go down towards the town end goal, and Stephen O'Brien is running out onto the field. So there is a big change, and it looks like he's going in towards the middle of the field. So Stephen O'Brien is on the field, and just looking out to see who maybe isn't. I haven't seen Mark Stokes, number 10.
I think it's going to be Mark Stokes, who might be gone off, all right, yeah.
So we will...
it looks like Stephen is going into the middle of the field now, but that'll be a big ask from him after coming back from the injury, but hopefully he has that 30-35 minutes in him, and he gives a big push on because he's a very good player now. And he's so
physical, like even absolutely. Just looking at him walking out, like he's just a big unit, like, and he's going straight into the middle of the field with Jack Kendi. So Cathal Deely will probably go towards, is that Mark Stokes down there, number 10? So he might still be out on the field. We'll confirm the substitute. Yeah, Mark. It's Mikey O'Shea. Is Mikey O'Shea out there?
Mikey's gone into the corner there.
So we're just pondering this substitution here, but all we know is Stephen O'Brien is on the field. We'll confirm who he's coming on for. And here's the announcement. So Sean O'Connor. So it's Sean O'Connor going off the field. So Stephen O'Brien is on. Sean O'Connor, I suppose, he has been playing Fitzgibbon with UCC over the last couple of weeks, so probably a lot of miles on the clock, and he had that little ankle kind of strain there early in that first half, so hopefully it's nothing too serious for Sean O'Connor, but he's a loss for Tipperary as well in terms of how good he's been over the last year.
Yeah, unfortunately for Sean, sometimes today wasn't one of his better days. He had a couple of frees there that he didn't kick over, and that was unfortunate for him. And then I suppose the ball that was going into him, one went in, he fumbled it, left it run out. So I suppose the lads had to make a decision. You know, if you want to go and win the game, you have to be cruel to be kind sometimes. Yeah,
so that's the one change for Tipperary. As the Tipperary players are out, just some of them are kicking ball around and others are having a chat, trying to keep warm here as we await the arrival of the Ulstermen. The Mourne County, of course, down 1-6 to 2 points up here at half time, but we await for their arrival at the second half. So just a waiting game now for the Tipperary players. They're 1-6 to 2 points down, and one substitution there, as we mentioned. Sean O'Connor gone off the field and Stephen O'Brien back on the field. And Stephen, of course, he missed quite a lot of last year, didn't he, with through injuries and things like that. And then he had that great kind of campaign with Ballina, of course, captaining them to the intermediate, and they're going to be a senior team next year. So
that's right, and looking forward to them coming up into the senior ranks, because I think they'll have a lot to offer and bring a bit of bite to the championship as well. So it'll be nice to have them up, and players like Teddy Doyle, Stephen O'Brien, it'll be good to see them playing club senior football and hopefully improve the standard there as well.
And hopefully help with the slow spread of football up north in the county as well. Maybe we might start playing a bit up north. Ballinan, and even that day here in the final against Mullinahone, like they played a great brand of football and kicking some great scores.
The referee is going into one of the Tipp players here. He seems to be going to take his name for something. I don't know.
Yeah,
that's Conor Sweeney. He's gone to
something you don't see very often here at half time. So maybe it's just, I don't know, confirming a score maybe or something, I don't know, but the referee has had a word with Conor Sweeney there as we still await Down coming out onto this field. And referee having a word, taking some sort of note down in his notebook. Referee in charge of today's game is Chris Maguire of Clare, the Shannon Club in Clare. So he might have to go and knock on the door here in Semple Stadium. Maybe there's a locked door down here and the Down lads are stuck inside, but they're still not out. And Tipperary lads are doing well to keep themselves warm. We're only about 5 or 6 degrees here probably now. So
the Tipp lads are out early now. I don't know, Down, are they playing a bit of gamesmanship here? They can't have a huge amount to talk about because the game seems to be going fairly well for them in the first half. So it's a strange one.
Yeah, so we now have the referee blowing the whistle here, and the fourth official is going to run down the tunnel here. So I'd say the referee might just throw the ball in and play away there.
That might give us a bit of a chance to start the second half then,
we take that there, run down into the town end there and rattle a goal off and come back 1-6 to 1-2 wouldn't be too bad, but no, we're still waiting for Down. And just looking on the far side, for a league game, start of January, is this kind of a typical crowd you would expect? It's probably looking over at the new stand there. It's probably let's call it 30% full, maybe.
Yeah, if even to be fair. Like, I mean, I suppose it is. I'm rarely at this side. I'm normally at the other side of the field as well, sitting there. So I don't really know how many it'd be normally at it. But it looks to be a disappointing crowd here. All right, yeah. And as you said, there was a bus full pulled in from Down, and probably a handful of cars as well. So they're not all Tipperary supporters in the stand either. So it would be nice to give a bit more support to the lads, and
because they've given us some great days over the last couple of years as well. So
big time. Yeah, there's no Down. It doesn't look like Down have any changes either.
No, Down are finally back onto the field, and it's a lot easier to see their forwards numbers now. It's just when they're down in the town end here in Semple Stadium with the shadows coming off the floodlights, it was impossible to see their numbers really, and of course we wouldn't have most recognition with these players, but they're all back on the field now, and we should be able to tell you exactly who got the scores, but hopefully we'll be telling you who got the scores for Tipperary, as Tipperary are down 2 points, Tipperary 2 points, down 1-6 as Chris Maguire throws in, and Stephen O'Brien gets his hand on the ball and gets a hand pass off between Cathal Deely, and now Cathal Deely's have to kick it out towards the sideline just to try and get on the end of a loose hand pass there. It was a poor pass maybe by Cathal Deely to Stephen O'Brien, who maybe didn't expect it. The ball fell to the ground and Cathal Deely just had to flick it away from a down man, but it's gone out now, and out for a line ball that Down have given straight to Stephen O'Brien, and Stephen O'Brien, no rush or no wasting time, puts it straight in towards the corner towards Liam McGrath, deflects off him and goes out for a line ball.
Stephen has made a bit of a difference already. We were after winning the throw in with him, and he's got on that ball, so hopefully he can bring a bit more to in the second half as well.
So Mark Stokes going to take this, and it's just straight to a down man. He looked like he was very indecisive there with that ball in his hand, and Stephen O'Brien had made a run in towards the corner, but instead he just kicked it straight to a down man, and now Down are on the attack for their first attack of this second half, and they're soaring down through the middle of the field now. Away comes Liam Kerr. I've mentioned how quick he is, and he just sails past a few players, gets it off now towards number 15 Barry O'Hagan, and it's back to Liam Kerr, and he just dropped the ball when a goal chance might have opened up. It's Down on the attack now, but they've been forced to hand pass it back out the field. Down in possession of this ball on the far side of the field, they're hand passing it across the middle, and Solar running through the middle. It's gone as far as Oren Murdoch now. Here's Murdoch, fakes on his left, bounces the ball, looks back and gives off the hand pass now to one of the players who's made his debut this season for Down. It's Donagh McAleenan, and he's in possession of this ball, runs into a bit of trouble but earns himself a free. The foul there by Jack Kendi, and Jack Kendi just gingerly gets back up to his feet, and Donagh McAleenan goes backwards with this pass now, and away comes Down once again. They're on the 45 of Tipperary, attacking and get it off to number 7. Number 7 is Michael Rooney, another debutant this year for Down, and the hand pass off now towards Oren Murdoch. He's on the edge of the D, and he tries to curl that one but didn't get any curl whatsoever, so he kicked it almost towards the corner flag and out wide. So it's going to be a kick out now, and it's interesting to see what way Tipperary will go with this kick out. Stephen O'Brien has now gone in towards the kind of centre forward position, so I don't think he's going to come out to try and contest this. So
no, it looks like he could be gone inside with Conor Sweeney and just playing out a little bit deeper in front of Conor. So this kick out does go long, but it's two Down men go up for it, and luckily enough they both collided with each other, and Mark Stokes gets it now and hand pass it forward to Kevin Fay. Kevin Fay hand pass towards Stephen O'Brien, who's out in the 65, turns his man and away he goes on a powerful solo run, and it's starting to open up now as Stephen O'Brien goes on a solo run, gets it off to Kevin Fay, gets it off now to Conor Sweeney, looks one way, looks the other, off the right boot. Has it gone over the bar? And yes, it has, from Conor Sweeney, his first score of the game off the right boot this time. First score of the second half goes for Tipperary, and that was just a huge surging run there from Stephen O'Brien. Yeah, that's exactly what we were looking for. We were looking to get at him, go and attack him, and that's what Stephen did. So
just so powerful runner with that ball is Stephen O'Brien, and he's done a lot of work there to win that kind of possession for Tipperary, bring it forward, get the hand pass off. Hand pass went to Conor Sweeney, and instead of going on his usual left foot, faked it onto his right, and over the bar it went. So 1-6 now for Down, 3 points for Tipperary. We have 38 minutes gone as Down work this kick out now through number 7 Michael Rooney. Hand passes in towards the middle of the field there, and it's good tackling by Jack Kendi, but he just had a little pull at the Down man, and the referee Chris Maguire spotted that, and Down are on the attack now. Play the ball very quickly to Liam Kerr. That man again, he's in a lot of ball in this second half so far. Hand passes it forward now, and it's Down in possession through Barry O'Hagan, and now back out to Donagh McAleenan, and he gets very blatantly pushed, but the referee doesn't see it, so it's going to be play on, and now it's a free in, which was probably a softer of the two frees, and nonetheless it is going to be a free in, as the Down player was just picking that ball off the ground and got collided into two Tipperary men, so it is going to be a free in for Down. But it was a very blatant push there, just a minute or two.
And he didn't give it. He left as you said, the softer of the two. I think he's going to look to go sharp with this now. I don't think he's going to have a go.
It's number 15 Barry O'Hagan, and he's just about halfway between the 45 and the 21. He's going to be taking this out of his hands, so it looks like he's going to be having a go at this, so it's going to be out of his hands. He's about halfway, and now he goes short. He fooled us all. He goes short now, and he might get the ball back. back, and he does. Here's Barry O'Hagan, gets half pulled back. Referee says play on. O'Hagan now the goal scorer in that first half. No, sorry, it was Pat Havern with the goal. It was Barry O'Hagan who got a black card earlier on, but here's Liam Kerr on the far side, puts the head down and runs. He's inside the 21, and now he hand passes it back out towards his own 45 to his teammate. Hand pass goes off now to Conor Francis. Conor Francis in possession under a lot of pressure, and the ball is overturned, and there's a tackle around the neck there, and this possibly could be a black card, Philip.
I think this is more likely to be one. Yeah, now he looked to go in high on him. Yeah, I think the referee is signalling that, so it wouldn't surprise me if it was a black card.
Yeah, because Tipperary were on the counter-attack, but it is a yellow card. And it's a red card.
Yeah, so it's Barry O'Hagan, a black and a yellow, so he's gone off.
So that's a red card for Barry O'Hagan. There he goes. So now it's down to 14, and if Tipperary can capitalise pretty quickly, this could get interesting. They're 1/6, 3 points down or in the lead. It's a 6-point game. It's 40 minutes, but now down to 14 men. It's Barry O'Hagan who's got a black card and a yellow card, and he's off the field now. And away comes Tipperary with this ball now, and it's through number 2. Number 2 is Shane O'Connell. He's surging forward now. He's as far as the far 45, a lovely little dummy, and now he's opened up a bit of space, but he's been blocked now, and luckily enough it falls back to him, and he's still on the attack, but he's got 3 or 4 men. He's after kicking the ball while he's on the ground, but luckily enough it's gone straight to Liam McGrath, who solos forward. Has he been fouled? No, says the referee, and now the ball is stuck up in the possession, and it's actually number 6 who's been red carded for down. That's Niall McParland. He's the man who's gone off the field. He got a yellow card in that first half, and now he's got another one. So apologies to listeners, it's not Barry O'Hagan who's been sent off for down, it's their centre back Niall McParland. So he's got 2 yellow cards, and now we've got a throw ball on the down 21 that Stephen O'Brien is going up for. It falls to Cathal Deely now, and it could be a chance for Mikey O'Shea to put this ball over the bar off his left foot, and it's gone over the bar, and there's a big roar from the Tip crowd now. It's down to a 5-point game. It's 1-6 for down. It's 4 points for Tipperary. 41 minutes gone.
Yeah, we've started the second half a bit brighter now. We're going at it a bit better. We're looking to move the ball quicker, and we're trying to get into the down faces right here now in the back line as well. So stop them coming out with it.
Down managed to work that ball out through Michael Rooney now, who's in possession and around the middle of the field. He's got a little flick on it, and the ball is on the ground now, and Tipperary have a chance to overturn it, but Donagh McAleenan does really well to pick that ball off the ground under a lot of pressure and gets it back now towards number 19, Gerard Collins. Gerard Collins hand passes it laterally now towards Liam Kerr on that far side. He's inside the 65, and he hand passes it over the top to Conor Francis now. Conor Francis has the turn on his man, and he has a bit of space, and he has one advantage, and it could be brought back. It probably will be brought back, and it has been brought back. Not quite sure what that was for. I think it was Liam Kerr running through. Might have got a bit of a pullback as he was running through. So now it's going to be a free in from right on the edge of the 21, as centrally as it could possibly be. So it is going to be a free in, and we have a down man on the ground here. And I think that is that Liam Kerr who continued his run, who just got
Liam Kerr who seems to be down.
Yeah, so he's just down receiving some attention there. But nonetheless, it's going to be a free in now for down right on the edge of the 21, and a very central position here. And it looks like it is Barry O'Hagan who's going to take it, of course, who's still on the field. It was Niall McParland who got that second yellow moments ago. So just about the 40th minute. I shall write that down so I don't forget. So we've a half an hour to go, but this should be going over the bar by Barry O'Hagan, and straight between the posts it's gone. So it's down 1-7 now. Tipperary 4 points, back to a 6-point game. And how does this change things now, Philly, in terms of 14 men?
Well, even from this kick out now, Down have dropped off it, so they're not going at our kick out, so they've left us have the free ball. So maybe that's a tactic of having the 14th down to 14.
Yeah.
They'll hope to strip us of the ball maybe here at the 65.
As Tipperary are coming out with it now and played it across the field now, and away comes Tipperary with this ball through Jimmy Feehan. There's a huge step shout by one of the down backroom team that you probably heard through the microphone here, but it's nonetheless. Here's Colm O'Shaughnessy now. He's inside the 45, bounces the ball, and surely being pulled back. He has been pulled back, and it's going to be a free in. And Tipperary, there's just a little bit more space, of course, with that extra man, and it's a substitution now for Tipperary. Here comes Conor Cadell, and just trying to see who's going to be coming off the field. Mark Stokes. So there is the substitution. It's number 18, Conor Cadell, brother, of course, of the Tipperary senior hurler Paddy Cadell of JK Brackens. He's onto the field now, and he was someone you mentioned, Philly, a lot of pace, and with that little bit more space, that's probably a good substitution.
Yeah, I think it will be a good substitution, provided we can get him onto the ball now. You know, that's the main thing. And tough kick here for Conor Sweeney, bit out. If he puts this over, we're well back in the game now. So
Conor Sweeney from his hands, he's about 5 yards outside the 21. He's tough angle, but Conor Sweeney swings that one lovely over the bar. We had a great view of that, And just getting a little bit louder every time Tipperary get a score here. So we've 1-7 now for Down, 5 points for Tipperary as John O'Hare in goals for Down prepares for this kick out. And I think we're going to have another substitution, are we?
Yeah.
As the linesman has his flag up, but I don't see anyone ready to come on.
No, they're bringing the player off, but they're not exactly bringing a fella on yet at the moment.
Yeah, so interesting now. They have a lad taking off his warm-up top here down in front of us, so we'll see who that is now. But the referee is going to say, if you're not ready to bring a lad on, then you won't be bringing it on. So there's a man gone off the field now for Down, but I think is that number 13, is it? Eamon Brown has gone off the field, and they still haven't brought on the substitution. And of course it's number 27, and our programme only goes up to 26, so I can't tell you who number 27 is. But nonetheless, Tipperary have overturned the ball on the far 45, so Tipperary are on the attack, and it might be brought in, and now it's a scoring opportunity, and Tipperary really getting up for this game. For some reason, Down only have 13 on the field here, I think, at the minute.
Yeah, it's a very strange move. He wasn't injured and they took him off the field, but that's a very good turnover now by the Tip forwards in a good area and a scoreable chance here.
So it looks like Jack Kendy's going to come forward to take this. And for some reason Down haven't brought on this sub. They brought a lad off and they haven't brought a lad on. It's number 27 warming up. As I said earlier, the programme only goes up to number 26, and my knowledge of Down football isn't that well that I can pick this fella out, but it's number 27.
Not a meter on the radar, so.
Yeah. But nonetheless, he's warming up, ready to come on, but a man has already come off. But nonetheless, it's Jack Kendy taking this, and he's hit it to the left and wide. It wasn't an easy free by any means, but there's jeers from the Down crowd over on that far side. And now comes the substitution. So number 27, did he say Micheál Rooney?
He did. He number 7, yeah.
So I'm very confused here because Eamon Brown went off. I didn't see, unless Eamon Brown, this is a Kilmacrud situation here. How many lads are on the field here? But it's Michael Rooney going off the field now, and it is number 28. It's at Andrew Gilmore. So Andrew Gilmore is on the field, and he is the substitution on. So it's Andrew Gilmore. We will keep his name down. So nonetheless, ball's in the play now, and Kevin Fahey goes up to snatch it, but it's been pulled out of his hands by Niall Donnelly, and Niall Donnelly's in possession now. Solon Ford gives it off to Barry O'Hagan. Barry O'Hagan now up towards Donna McLean. McLean is up as far as the Tip 45, gives a lovely ball off to Liam Kerr, and he's a free winning machine just because of how quick he is. All you can do is trip him, and this could be a black card as easily as anything else, Philly.
Yeah, he's very fast going through. They're breaking the line very well and getting off the hand pass at the right time, and he's just inviting the free. And he is just
like he's lightning, like coming through with the ball.
It's a borderline. You got away with it all right. It's a yellow card.
Yellow card there on that far side. Is that Dean Carew? Is it on that far side?
Emmett Maloney, I think.
Emmett Maloney on that far side. So a yellow card for the Drum and Inch man. Possibly lucky not to get a black card, but nonetheless, it's going to be a free in now for Down. It's going to be taken on the left foot this time. So just right on the edge of the D, looking into the Killinen end here in Semple Stadium. As Down strike this, it's going to be number 28. So is that Andrew Gilmore? Is it number 28? Yeah, he's put that ball over the bar. So it's now 1-8 for Down, 5 points for Tipperary, 6-point game as this kick out goes long, and Carl Deady's been asked a lot to try and win that ball, and he hasn't won it. Now Down are on the attack. It was 3-on-1 for that kick out, and now it could be a goal chance for Down as Liam Kerr has found the ball inside the 14, and what a piece of defending that was over on that far side. I can't quite see, was that Jimmy Feehan who got
Jimmy got a last hand in.
Jimmy got a fist to that ball as Liam Kerr was bombing through and inside the 14, and that was such an important flick by Jimmy Feehan, and that's allowed Tipperary to go on the attack through Colm O'Shaughnessy. There's a ball, and it's a loose ball by Colm O'Shaughnessy. He was trying to get it as far as number 18 Conor Cadell, but he just sold him too short. Conor Cadell had to turn around and was gone out over the line before he could get it. And we've just more substitutions coming in here. It's Michael Rooney has gone off, and it is Calum Doherty, I think, has come on. So Calum Doherty, wearing number 27 for Down, he's on the field for Michael Rooney. So I'll just write that down in front of me. Calum Doherty is on the field. So Calum Doherty and Andrew Gilmore are the substitutes that come on. They're wearing number 27 and 28. And here is number 27, Calum Doherty, in possession of this ball for Down. So we thank Kevin Hanley there for helping us out with those Down substitutions, as we didn't have them on the programme in front of us. But nonetheless, we have 49 minutes gone. It's It's down 1-8. Tipperary 5 points. It's a down shot on the goals, but it's gone high to the left and wide as a little bit of a drizzle starts to fall here in Semple Stadium.
Yeah, number 4 coming through from the back line, taking it.
Ryan McAvoy.
Yeah, and we're out with the ball again. They're leaving us have this kick out now.
Yeah, so
they're inviting us on.
Reminder to listeners that Down are playing with 14 men. It was Niall McParland who was sent off for a second yellow card around the 40th minute, just about 10 minutes ago. But Tipperary haven't been able to make too much hay in that period. It's 5 points for Tipperary, 1-8 for Down, 49 minutes gone. We've lots of time yet, and it could be a chance here for Conor Cadell. He tries to cut inside 2 men. Play on, says the referee. The ball falls out of his hand, but it falls favourably, and the ball has been played towards Mikey O'Shea. He cuts one way, cuts the other, wins and he wins a free brilliantly there, Mikey O'Shea. He'd cut in again, and the referee put up the left hand, signalling the advantage, and it's going to be a free in. Very central position, right on the edge of the D, and it's just a little bit better there from Tipperary.
That's better, yeah, good ball in there from Conor Sweeney. And Michael O'Shea, Michael seems to be very dangerous. He seems to invite the tackle the whole time, and they're fouling him at every opportunity, and he's doing very well when they're going at him. And
it looks like Mark Russell is prepared to come on down below us. Of course, the Aherlow man missed all the pre-season through injury, but he's togged off down below us, and he's in his strip ready to come on, number 26, as we watch Conor Sweeney now down to our right hand side facing into the town end. He's about 15 yards to the right of the goals, but just on the 21 as he kicks this high and curls this lovely straight over the black spot from Conor Sweeney, his 3rd point of the game, and that's 6 points for Tipperary, 1-8 now for Down, 50 minutes gone. We've 20 minutes to go, Philly, and if Tipperary can knock on the next score or two.
Yeah, it's much impressive. It's really much improved now from the performance from the second half. Hopefully Mark Russell now can bring his form from last year into this game. As you say, he was out injured. Bad kick out by the Down goalie.
Bad kick out now, and here's straight to Cathal Deely, and Cathal Deely looks back and gets the shout, and he plays it back now, and it could be a shot on the goals, and is it accurate? And it's straight over the bar. Is that Mark Russell? Straight away, yeah. Straight onto the pitch and straight over the bar from about 35 yards out. It was a poor kick out by the Down goalkeeper, straight to Cathal Deely. He got the shout from behind from Mark Russell, who has just replaced Emmett Maloney, and straight over the bar it goes by the Aherlow man. So we've 51.5 minutes gone now, 1-8 for Down, 7 points for Tipperary. This time Down goes long, and it's right at Mark Russell again. He gets a fist to it, and he was unlucky to have given away a free. As he was going up with the right fist, he just had his left hand out to kind of shield himself, and the referee has adjudged him to have pushed Niall Donnelly.
Yeah, I imagine that the tip selectors have made the change because Emmett was on the yellow card.
Yeah.
And looking at Niall McPartland getting the second yellow, that's what they didn't want to happen.
Yeah.
They're getting a grip on the game again.
So Emmett Maloney was the man who has gone off the field there for Mark Russell, who had that immediate impact, and here's Down on the attack again on that far side of the field. There was a few shouts from the Tipperary backroom team, but nonetheless it's number 9, Owen Murdoch, in possession, gives it off to his midfield teammate, and Niall Donnelly in possession of that. A lot of steps there taken very casually by Liam Kerr. There was no one really near him, and nonetheless it's Down on the attack inside the 45, and it's number 27 who's won the free. That's Caleb Doherty. He was pulled back, and it's going to be a very scoreable free now for Down. They're just about halfway between the edge of the D and the 45, so we'll call it probably, or we call it about 36, 37 yards out here, or metres out from the post, and it's going to be a chance now for, I think, Barry O'Hagan again to take this time on his left foot, and or it could be Caleb Doherty, it's Andrew Gilmore, is it? I'm just looking out there. He's facing in towards the Klein end. He's going to be hitting this off his left foot from right on the edge of the D, and it is number 28, Caleb Dart, or Andrew Gilmore, I should say, straight over the bar with the left boot. So 1-9 now for Down, 7 points for Tipperary, 53 minutes gone, and straight away Michael O'Reilly has a ball ready, and he goes to his left corner back, and it just about gets to him. It was Jimmy Feehan who was in that position, just about got to him. No, sorry, it wasn't Jimmy Feehan. It was on that left hand side, and away comes Tipperary nonetheless, and they're under a lot of pressure and just about get the ball back, and it's Teddy Doyle in possession now. Has been wrestled to the ground there, and it could be brought forward now, and it has been brought forward. So Teddy Doyle, I believe, was just pulled back off the ball there, and just when the free was given, so the referee having a word there. So it is going to be a free in now for Jack Kendi. He's on the edge of the 45, but only about 5 or 6 yards in from the sideline on the far side of the field there, and he goes all the way back now to the centre back position for Tipperary, and it could go as far as Colm O'Shaughnessy, but instead it's number two coming forward with that was Shane O'Connell. And Tipperary now inside the 45 of Down. It's Carl Deely, gives it off to Jack Kendi, surges forward now up towards the edge of the D, gives a hand pass off to Mark Russell. He might have a shot at the post. Geez, that would be some score if that went over the bar. Mark Russell onto the field, and he's already got two points. That one, he was running directly at the corner flag. He was about halfway between the centre of the field and the sideline with the right boot over the bar, and now it's 1-9 to 8 points in favour of Down. But Tipperary getting a bit of a foothold on this game, and it's a loose kick forward by Down.
Down seem to be a bit rattled now. Like, I mean, we're after getting a couple of nice scores there if we could keep on top of it now for the next few minutes. You never know what might happen.
There's just spaces starting to open up. Like, Down put in an awful work rate in that first half, and now they're down to 14 men after Niall McParland got a second yellow, and it's just starting to open up a little bit for Tipperary as Kevin Fahey comes forward with this ball, gets a hand pass off now towards Conor Cadell, who tries to give one back to Kevin Fahey, and Kevin Fahey has been taken out, and play on, says the referee. That could have been a possible dangerous one. David Power isn't happy, but nonetheless Down are in possession of this ball, back to their goalkeeper John O'Hare. He goes over to his right corner back position and out comes Down with this ball, but Stephen O'Brien puts on the pressure, but Down managed to just evade it through a couple of good hand passes, and now they come forward with the ball through Conor Francis, surging down through the middle of the field. Now it's opening up for Down. The Down men gives it off to Liam Kerr. Liam Kerr in possession of this ball now. Down just moving inside the Tipperary 45, give off a hand pass again, and a scoring chance for Down, and it's gone straight over the bar. Really, really well worked score there by the Ulster men, and it was number 28 who got that. That's Caelan Doherty, and he's put that ball over the bar. Or is it Caelan Doherty who's number 28, or is it Andrew Gilmore?
Andrew Gilmore is 28.
Andrew Gilmore 28.
He's a very lively player actually. He's after making a big impact. That's his third
score, yeah. So it's now 110 for Down, 8 points for Tipperary. 55 minutes gone as Teddy Doyle almost loses possession, has to go one way, has to go the other, and holds on to it, gives it back to Jack Kendi. Jack Kendi goes long now in front of Stephen O'Brien, who's in the full forward position, made a run out the field. He's got a man all over him, and the referee agrees. So that's what Stephen O'Brien is there for. He's such a ball winner in there, and someone like Jack Kendi can put the ball exactly where Stephen can win it, and he'd have defender all over him, and it's going to be a free in now.
Looks like Conor Sweeney's coming across to take it, which would be probably his wrong side, you know. It'd be a difficult kick for him now.
As number 20 Conor Fitzpatrick warms up for Down in front of us, so we can expect him to come on. So is it going to be Conor Sweeney on that far side? Yes, it is. So he's on the left hand side of the field for a left footed kicker. He's facing into the stand here as he's having a look at the post in the Town end. He's just under the new stand. He's halfway between the 45 and the 21, and he's going to be about 5 yards outside the 21 by the time he kicks this. He kicks this high. You can hear a shout, and what a score that is by Conor Sweeney. Over the bar it goes. He's been so accurate, and it's 110, playing 9 points now in favour of Down as number 20 Conor Fitzpatrick is on the field. Not quite sure who he's coming on for, and no one is off the field yet for Down. I didn't see anyone come off. The referee just has his hand up as he's waiting, and one of the Down players is walking across, taking his time here, walking off the field, and Mark Russell gives him a little bit of a nudge to help him maybe just show him where the dugout is as he's walking off here, but it's just can't quite see who that is coming off for Down. I'll tell you when he gets closer to the sideline. He's still not off the field. He's just walking very slowly, and now it's time for the kick out by John O'Hare, and he goes short. It goes over the head of who he's intended, and it's just very loose there, and it's number 8 Niall Donnelly who's gone off the field, and it's a late hit there by one of the Down lads, I think, as we've a Tipperary player down.
Yeah, he's in a bit of bother too over there.
Is that Stephen O'Brien, is it?
It is, I'd say, yeah.
Yeah, and he is.
And he doesn't go down easy now.
No, and he's in a lot of bother, and the referee has called a stop to the play, and it's a leg injury, and he's in an awful lot of struggle here, is Stephen O'Brien. He looks in an awful lot of pain right underneath the new stand on that far side of the field. He's about 4 or 5 yards in from the sideline, and David Power isn't happy. I'm not sure, did you see that challenge going in, Philly?
I didn't see it, no. I was watching the sub coming off at the time, no, but it looks like he's in a bit of difficulty over there. Yeah, there was a big roar from the crowd as it happened. It was right under where all those supporters are, as Declan McClements warms up below us here for Down, possibly another substitution, but any sort of injury for Stephen O'Brien is the last thing Tipperary need, really. Yeah, he's made a big difference since he came onto that field. Like at half time, the ref is having a word with the linesman, but I don't think there's going to be any action. Maybe there will be. Yeah, the referee, he's looking for a Down player, alright. He's just Chris Maguire, the Clare man, is just walking in towards the goals here, and he's having a look around, but I don't think he's going to. No, he's probably not going to have
any cards or anything like that, but Stephen O'Brien's still down receiving some attention. But we have 58 minutes gone here. It is down 110, Tipperary 9 points, and it's been a much better second half so far from Tipperary's perspective, Philly.
It has, actually, and just looking there, that's Stephen O'Brien now in around full forward, so is it Conor Sweeney who's on the ground, I'd say?
Right, yeah. Yeah, Conor Sweeney is it? Yeah, Stephen O'Brien is walking around there. It's Conor Sweeney down, and he's back up on his feet now, which is great to see, but he has he's hobbling very badly now.
Yeah, he looks to be in a bit of bother.
Yeah, he's trying to almost kind of walk it off now. He's back on his feet, which is really good. So it's Conor Sweeney. I apologise, listeners. Conor Sweeney down injured here, as Stephen O'Brien is in around the full forward line. He is going to continue, but I mean, he's walking very gingerly, and he is just... He's just limping around, and now he's trying to kind of half jog it on, but play is continuing down below us. And here's a look at Ryan McAvoy in possession of this ball for Down. He's in around the middle of the field, putting it through the hands. Fake pass there to Donagh McLean, and there by Oran Murdoch, and Murdoch continues his run and kicks it long with the left boot. It could be too long though. No, it's brilliantly into the full forward line, but right in the corner is this ball, and it's lobbed in around the edge of the square, and Michael O'Reilly comes for it and misses it, and it's a goal for number 5, Conor Francis. It was a high ball played across the edge of the square. It was going to be landing around the 14, and out came the Tipperary goalkeeper Michael O'Reilly, jumped up with the two hands. It just slipped off his hands and straight into the hands of number 5 Conor Francis, and he buried it into the back of the net, and that's a sickener for Tipperary.
That is, yeah. Now Michael came out well under the ball, but he just left it behind him, I'm afraid, and I don't think Conor's going to finish out this game. So there's 2 body blows in the 1 minute here going to happen, as I'd say. He looks to be in a lot of difficulty up there.
Yeah.
Downer after backing off the kick out again. So we have 3 inside the 45 and they have nobody.
So it's a Down substitution. It's Declan McClements who's on the field now, and we've a Down player walking off the field, but we've 60 minutes gone now. 2-10 for Down, 9 points to Tipperary. It's back to a 7-point game, and Down just have all their men inside their own 65, so Jimmy Feehan has lots of time to take this short kick out. And just trying to see, it's number 15 Barry O'Hagan who's been substituted there. So number 26 Declan McClements is onto the field, and Barry O'Hagan is off. So here we go, it's 2-10 now for Down, 9 points for Tipperary. 61 minutes gone as Kevin Fahey's in possession and passes it back to Jimmy Feehan, who's in around the middle of the field now, and Jack Kennedy has found a bit of space and hand passes it laterally now, and Tipperary, maybe the wind has just kind of come out, been taken away from their sails here in the last...
The goal there now is going to do a bit of damage to them, Paul, but they're coming back into it again now. They're playing away, so hopefully they'll keep at it and see if the door opens here in front of them. So Tipperary in possession now, it looks like, is that Mark Russell again. He's kicked this very high, but it's going to go to the right and wide. Lee McGrath it was with the right boot, and that's gone high to the right and wide. So wide it goes. 61.5 minutes gone. Down 2-10, Tipperary 9 points. You're listening to Tip FM's coverage of Tipperary versus Down in the National Football League, and our coverage is with thanks to Casey Tiles and Wooden Floors in Care. And it looks like Conor Sweeney's day has come to an end, and he's just walking off the field, still limping, which is a concern. And it's number 23 coming onto the field for Tipperary. That's Donagh Lahey. Donagh Lahey, of course, of the Arravale Rovers Club. He's onto the field, but Conor Sweeney, such an important player for Tipperary. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Conor will be a big loss. He was showing great leadership out there. He took that free, the last score we got from the wrong side, as you'd call it, but and struck it well. But he'd be a big loss in front of the goal as well. He's a big presence. So he's just limping back to the dugout here and having a chat with some of the Tipperary backroom team. So hopefully it's nothing too serious for Conor Sweeney. Tipperary are in possession of this ball though, and it was Colm O'Shaughnessy in possession. He's given the hand pass off now to Conor Cadell, and Kevin Fahey might have a look at the post, and Kevin Fahey, that's going to land in around the square dangerously. Keeper bats it straight to a Tipperary man. Could be a goal chance here. Is that a foot block? No, says the referee. Falls for Teddy Doyle, I believe, and it's into the back of the net for Tipperary. It fell favourably and it's into the back of the net, and now it's back into a bit of a game here. 2-10 for Down, 1-9 for Tipperary. We've 62.5 minutes gone, and we're going to have a bit of a grandstand finish there. Another high ball poorly dealt with. It was poorly dealt with. The goalie batted away, and I think he probably should have been more commanding under it. He probably should have came and something should have gone with him, but there shouldn't have been a man stand to put it into the net.
And it fell there. Who took that first shot? It fell to a Tipperary man. The shot was blocked. I thought maybe it was at a foot block, but it fell back lovely to Teddy Doyle inside the 14 on the ground. First time strike low into the right hand corner, and it's a goal for Tipperary, and that's exactly what they needed. And we just have a Down man injured here at the minute, receiving some attention. So the referee is stopping the play here. The referee is also having a word with Teddy Doyle. So interesting what will come of this. and it's a yellow card for Teddy Doyle, so I don't know, maybe he said something to the referee. So who knows?
And obvious in it. Down now are lining up their kick out. They're all in the middle, so it looks like there's going to be a runner onto the side of it.
So here we go. John O'Hare has a decision to make, and he's got Stephen O'Brien standing in front of him, which is probably covering a lot of the ground here. And David Power is not happy with how long it's been taken for this kick out to come, but eventually it does. And Jack Kennedy goes up to try and catch that ball, and he's fallen very hard on the ground, but Tipperary are in possession, but Jack Kennedy is still on the ground, and he landed straight on his back, a real winder of a shot. But Conor Cadell is in possession again. The ball goes through the hands, and here comes number 23 in possession for Tipperary. Could be another goal chance. He decides to fist it, and it's gone over the bar. It was Donalahi onto the field, fisted that ball over the bar, and now it's down to a one-score game. 2-10 for Down, 1-10 for Tipperary. 64 minutes gone, and
a nice little finish to the game now. Jack looks to be in a bit of bother, but that was a very good score by Donnan. We had a free in, but he went on and played on, and we got the score out of it. And
fisted it over the bar from inside the 14, and Jack Kennedy's back up on his feet, and he looks back ready to be able to contend with this kick out. And John O'Hare, and now the pressure has been put on Down in terms of how long they're taking with the kick outs, and David Power is very active now on that sideline, but it's Down in possession. They managed to get the kick off to number 27 onto the field. That's Caelan Doherty. They've played it back now, and it is going to be a free out, and it's Kevin Fahey who was just trying to win that ball, and he was very loose with his hands probably, but nothing sinister, just trying to fist the ball out, and the Down player is going to take this plenty of time, and I think the referee kind of knows that there was not too much in that, but the Down player is down on the field, and referee Chris Maguire has gone over to him now as there's physios in there, but nothing too sinister. But Down, we all know what Down are doing now.
Yeah,
really,
they're trying to kill off the game, slow it down so that you don't get more momentum on them. Kevin just went in a little bit high with the hand. There wasn't that massive in it, and you're right, they're just killing it now, putting down a bit of time.
So we have 65 and a half minutes gone. It's Down 2-10, Tipperary 1-10. The goal for Tipperary, of course, coming from number 12 Teddy Doyle just moments ago. So let's see, we've a grandstand finish. Tip were down by as much as what was it? It was 1-6 to 2 points at half time. It was 7 points. They could have gone 8 points down, I think, at one stage, but it was definitely at most 7. So it's down to a 3-point game now. And Down are taking this free, and they're taking an awful long time, and it could be time for the referee to hold them up on that, but instead the ball is kicked long, and it's going to break, is it favourably towards number 14 Pat Avern, and he wins a free now, and he might go long, and he does go long, and this is going to be an easy point opportunity, but Down might want more, and they might have a chance on goal, and it's rattled off the crossbar and bounced out to a Tipperary man, and Tipperary are on the attack again, and luckily enough that ball was absolutely drilled by one of the Down forwards. I didn't even see who it was, but he absolutely drilled it from the 14.
It was the Gilmore, the sub again, who
it was Andrew Gilmore, absolutely rattled the crossbar, the square crossbars here in Semple Stadium. It's bounced out to a Tipperary man. Tipperary have taken it down to the far end of the field now, and it could be a chance for Tipperary. Here's Colm O'Shaughnessy, he's inside the 21, gives off the hand pass, could be a chance at the post. Tipperary now just kind of lost that chance at a possible score and give off a hand pass now, and now it's going to be a shot at the post. It could land over the bar, and it's gone over the bar on that far side. It's down to a 2-point game, and I'm not sure, Philly, if you saw who put that ball over the bar. Donalahi again. That's his second point of the game, and this time it was off the left boot. He was about 5 yards outside the 21, and at a tough angle for a left-footed strike. It's gone over the bar. It's now 2-10 for Down, 1-11 for Tipperary. We've 67 minutes gone, and we surely will have 3, 4, 5 minutes injury time.
I think Down manager, if Tip come back into this game, the Down manager will look at that last shot and they'll be saying you should have topped it over the bar for your point. You were, instead of 4 up, they're down 2.
A huge swing. It was Andrew Gilmore's shot, and Tipperary, have they overturned the kick out? No, there's 2 men on the back of a Down man, and it's judged to have been a push on the back, so it's going to be a free out now for Down. So here we go, 67 and a half minutes, 2-10 for Down, 1-11 for Tipperary. It's a 2-point game here in Semple Stadium, and the Tipperary crowd are playing their part here, putting the pressure on the Down men, taking these frees, taking their time, and putting pressure maybe on Chris Maguire, the referee, just to call Down up on this. But nonetheless, Down are working this ball out through their defence now. 14 men of Down, it must be worth saying. Niall McParland, red card for 2 yellow cards on the 40th minute, and Down are on the attack now again, but they're over on that far side. They're still inside their own half, and it's Teddy Doyle putting on the pressure here, but nonetheless it's Murdoch for Down in possession of this ball in the middle of the field. He's got 2 men on him though, and has he won a free? He has won a free, and that was a soft one. It was Lee McGrath who's given away the free there in the middle of the field, but in fairness, Down are going to take take this ball fairly quickly, or are they? It's Donagh McAleen, and he takes his time, but now he goes long, and it's a 50-50 ball down the far side, and brilliantly won there by, is that Colin O'Shaughnessy, or it is Colin O'Shaughnessy. He wins it, gives it off to Kevin Fahey. Here we go, hand pass over the top, and now the space opens up for Tipperary on the far side, and it's hand passed forward towards Mikey O'Shea. Dummies one way, dummies the other, falls to the ground though, gives half a hand pass, but luckily enough gets it into the hands of Cathal Deely on that far side. And here's Mikey O'Shea again, back on his feet inside the 45, surely been pulled back, no, says the referee. Jack Kendi now hand passes towards Cathal Deely. Deely runs towards the defenders, hand passes it back to the goal scorer Teddy Doyle. Teddy Doyle's going to go long, and it's a 50-50 ball here on the edge of the 21. O'Brien goes up for it, it bounces now towards the Tipperary man. Tipperary still in possession of this ball through Conor Cadell. Conor Cadell now hand passes it back to Stephen O'Brien on the edge of the D, and Stephen gets it into his possession, gives off the hand pass. It's a 2-point game, and here is number 2. He's going to have a shot at the post. Shane O'Connell outside of the right boot, and it's just going to swing to the right and wide, and Mark Russell was fuming the minute Shane O'Connell took on that shot as number 18 comes onto the field, Patrick Brannigan. But Tipperary might just have to be a little bit smarter with their shot selection.
He just snatched at it. We probably would have been better to work it in. I know it's a bit of a contradiction from what I was saying, that we needed to go at him quicker.
Yeah.
We needed to hold that one, because you'd be down to a point if you couldn't manufacture the score.
And
this Brannigan now, he'll be a lively player because he's one of the cool contingents. So.
And off comes one of the down lads here. It's Patrick Brannigan onto the field now, as the down goalkeeper ran all the way out nearly to the corner flag to get that ball to take this kick out, but it's number 19 Jared Collins coming off the field. So Jared Collins is off, and on comes Patrick Brannigan, and it's a great kick out, it must be said there, by the goalkeeper John O'Hare. And Down of hold on to the position. I'm waiting to hear what we'll have added on. We're just past 70 minutes now. 70 minutes 5 seconds gone. It's 2-10 to Down, 1-11 now for Tipperary. I'm not sure if you heard that about how much extra time. There's a bit of a groan on the far side, so maybe it's a short extra time period, but it's Down in possession now and on the attack, and it's Pat Havern, the goal scorer for Down, plays the ball forward. Downer inside the 45 of Tipperary now, and it's number 26 Declan McClements. He's in possession now, he's inside the 21 of Tipperary, but right out on the sideline down below us here, and the hand pass it back, and Downer just playing keep ball now. And the referee, there's been a late hit put in on one of the Down lads, but he's back up on his feet nonetheless, and Down now just holding on to possession, and it's going to be hard for Tipperary to get this ball back in their possession. They need a turnover ball, and number 9 in possession now is Oren Murdoch. Murdoch now beats his man, he might have a shot at the post, hand passes in towards the centre now, and it's Liam Kerr who wins that ball and wins a free inside the 21, and it's going to be a free right on the edge of the 14 by the time he takes this, and it's going to be a very scoreable free.
It's scoreable, alright, yeah, it's a tap over really.
Yeah, and the referee has been alerted by his linesman, I think, for that late tackle. I think is that Cathal Deely, who's going to go in the book there nonetheless. So Cathal Deely, it's 6 minutes added on. So we do have time. It was Kevin Hanley there who told me the time that's going to be added on. So we're 71 minutes gone. We've 5 more minutes to play, but this barring an absolute mishap of all time by Liam Kerr here, this should go over the bar. So, Pat Havern, I should say. So, Havern from 14 yards out puts it straight over the bar. So, it's a 3-point game. It's 2-11 for Down, 1-11 for Tipperary. We've 71 and a half minutes played. We have 6 minutes added on. So, here we go. Straight away, Michael Riley goes short to Jimmy Feehan. Jimmy Feehan just soloing through. No one within 30-40 yards of Feehan as he brings it out as far as the 45 now. Hand passes it laterally. 2-11 playing 1-11. Down in the lead, down to 14 men with Niall McParland sent off 30 minutes ago. And that mounted a Tipperary comeback through a goal through Teddy Doyle. And now it's number 4 in possession, Dean Carew. Carew looks around, hand passes it laterally now towards Jimmy Feehan, who's up as far as the down 65. And Tipperary are going to get a chance to bring this ball inside the 45, and they might go long. And it's in possession of the ball on this far side under a lot of pressure. Now they try and get a dangerous hand pass off. Really tough hand pass for Donald Lee to get off, but Tipperary managed to hold possession and go back towards Jimmy Feehan. I believe that's all the way up as far as the far 21 now is Tipperary. Could be a shot on the post, and it's blocked, and it's going to go out for a 45. Not the worst result there. That looked like it was a difficult strike on the goals there for Tipperary. It's gone out for a 45, so it's going to be a 45 in for Tipperary, and you just never know. You never know, Philly. It's an all flick ball or something here now. It's a 3-point game as Michael O'Reilly is going to come forward to take this. So the Commercials club man, the goalkeeper, and it's a 45 from a fairly central position. So let's see, can Michael O'Reilly, the goalkeeper, come out and put this ball over the bar? The clock ticks 73 minutes now here in Semple Stadium. It's dropping in around the square. Stephen O'Brien is in there. Stephen O'Brien has the ball in his hands. Can he get a shot off and goal? He's surely been pulled down. Referee says no. Referee says no, and away comes Down, and it's a free out for Down, and it's a tackle there by Teddy Doyle, who already has a yellow card. And
I'd say he's going for a
I'd say he's already walking off towards the sideline, is Teddy Doyle, and he's probably going to see a second yellow, is the Ballina club man, and there is the second yellow for Teddy Doyle. So Teddy Doyle's game is over here. It's a red card. But I tell you what, Philly, Stephen O'Brien had that ball in his hand on the edge of the square, and the referee definitely had a decision to make. There was a lot of Down men around him. Whether one of them was fouling him, I don't know. The referee said play on.
He was closer to the action than we were. It didn't look like there was a pull on him, but then he could have been dropping the shoulder and pushing in, but it didn't look like it was a foul to me. But that's from the...
that was the chance, though. He had that ball on the edge of the square. There was a load of men on him, and he managed to just turn it, drop the ball on the ground and get a kick on it, but it just was stopped by the amount of Down men that were around the edge of the square there. But Stephen O'Brien's so dangerous. That 45 from Michael O'Reilly just dropped into his hands, and it's still a 3-point game. 2-11 playing 1-11, 74 minutes gone, but this Down are just back on their feet now, so I would not be surprised if we see the 77th minute here at some stage in Semple Stadium as Down are on the attack. It's a dangerous hand pass, and it's almost intercepted by Tipperary, and Kevin Fahey would do really well if he won this ball back, and he has won this ball back. That's surely a push in the back. Play on, says the referee. Mark Russell is in there now. It's a ruck forming in around the middle of the field as Tipperary tried to get it into their possession, and it just kept in play, and it's going to be a line ball out for Tipperary. They've done really well there.
Clever Shane O'Connell kicked it off the Down man just as it went out.
So here's Dean Carew now. Dean Carew needs support, and he might get it through Conor Cadell. Here's Cadell now. He's got space, and he's going to kick it forward. Is it a loose ball? And that's just not what we need right now. It was a loose pass towards Donagh Leahy by Conor Cadell, and he put the hands on the head straight away. It's gone out over the sideline, and that just gives Down a chance to go slow again with this ball, and it's been pushed out over the line. Conor Cadell done really well there to push the Down man out over the line. So here we go. It's a chance for Jimmy Feehan now to bring the ball forward. It's a 3-point game. 2-11 for Down, 1-11 for Tipperary. It's time Tipperary need a goal now. That's just the only score that can do it for them now. They're 3 points down. They've won a free on the edge of the 65, and it's a bit of afters there by the Down man.
Again, he knows what he's doing. He's dropping the game on the 65.
I'd say Jack Kennedy's just going to boot this in towards the edge of the square, and he does, and it's going to be O'Brien who's in there. Can it fall to a Tipperary man? No, it falls to a Down defender, and away comes the Ulster men once more. And it's 2-11 to 1-11 in favour of Down, and they've got space now. They're on the counter-attack, just surging forward with the ball, but they won't care. They just want to keep the ball in the hands, and they hand pass it forward now, and Down are inside the 45 of Tipperary. Is that a foul by Shane O'Connell? Yes, it is, and it was brilliant play there by Declan McClemens to win that free, and I'm afraid, Philly, that might just be that.
Yeah, he was clever there. He went into the tackle, he pulled in and pulled Shane into him, so easy free to give. So easy decision for the referee, and I think you're right. I think we'll see the end of the game after this. So
76 minutes gone. 76 minutes, 10 seconds gone, and Down aren't even going to have a go at the post there. They're just going to keep the ball in their possession, and I think this might be it. It's referee has a look at his watch on his right hand, but it's Donagh McAleenan who's moving kind of gingerly there as he's solo running that. He must have some sort of cramp, and there is the full-time whistle. It's Down who get the victory here in Semple Stadium. It's finished up Down 2-11, Tipperary 1-11, so it's a loss for Tipperary in the opening round of the National Football League. And Philly, I suppose Tipperary had 2 points in the first half. They had 1-9 in the second half. A much better second half performance. But no, even though they were 7 points down, Tip will be disappointed they're not coming away with something here.
I think they will be disappointed. Even at half time, you couldn't see them making any comeback. But massive second half. The introduction of Stephen O'Brien there was huge. Stephen drove at them. Brilliant. As you say, we scored 1-9, but what did us, I think, was the soft goal that we gave away, and we gave away 4 frees then in the second half at a time in an area that was going to kill us, because they were going to tap them over. They weren't difficult scores. But look, again, at half time, to lose by a goal isn't too bad,
Yeah, but I suppose Tipperary had mounted a comeback there when Niall McParlin got sent off in the 40th minute. They were playing against 14 men. They were 7 points down. They got it back to 4 points, and then Michael O'Reilly made the error for the goal, went up for a high ball on the edge of the 14, just pretty much misjudged it, and went under the ball, let's say, too much, and it went over his outstretched hands and into the hands of Conor Francis, who buried it into an empty net. That put it back to 7 points, but Tipperary bounced back really well, got a goal through Teddy Doyle, brought it back to 4 points, and then brought it down to 3 points, and just couldn't get that leveling score.
the down substitutions were they had a big impact.
Gilmore, who came on,
lively. He scored
3 points.
3 points, 2 frees and a point from play. Rattled the crossbar that the down management wouldn't thank him for if they went on and lost the game or drew the game. But look, we can take positives from it. Mark Russell back in the field. Our own subs did very well. Donna Leahy with 2 points. Mark Russell 2 points. So it's disappointing to lose. But as you said, even going back to, we drew with Waterford last year in the first game, and we went on a good run after that.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can kick off maybe from that.
David Power just had a word with his Tipperary players there. They were around a huddle there in the middle of the field, and now they're just doing their warm down. But he's got to be happy with the second half in terms of it. At half time, you were saying that you didn't really see a way back for Tipperary, that they weren't at the races at all, but whatever was happened at half time, they came out of the blocks and had a very positive second half that they can build on.
Yeah, they did. I suppose even from the start, we won the throw ball from the off. We went at them. Stephen O'Brien drove at them, then down to the throat of them. In the first half, we were kicking the ball in high. Conor Sweeney was the only man inside, and we weren't getting good purchase off it. Whereas the second half then changed around a bit. We drove more at them. Exactly as we said at half time, we said we needed to go at them.
Yeah.
And that's what we did, and that's where we're getting a bit of result from that.
I suppose if we were to list the negatives and the positives from the game, I suppose negative would be, of course, they lost the game 2-11 to 1-11. Another possible negative is Conor Sweeney going off injured there, and he looked to be in a bit of bother. He was able to walk off the field, which is always positive, but it looks like some sort of lower leg, ankle, possible injury. So
I didn't see, similar to yourself, I didn't see it now. I was following the substitution coming off at the time, and I didn't see the belt, but I know there was a roar from the far side, which would always alert you maybe that something happened.
Yeah.
As you say, it looked to be his knee or down around the ankle, so hard to know exactly what the injury was. Hopefully it's nothing too serious, because for us to progress, we're going to need Conor later on in this league. Yeah,
so I suppose in terms of positives, great second half performance, 1-9. Tipperary got in that second half, and Down managed 1-5. So a good second half there from Tipperary. But another positive, Mark Russell, first time seeing him this season, he scored 2 unbelievable points when he came on the field. Stephen O'Brien came onto the field, had a huge impact. Thought Conor Cadell done pretty well, and Kyle Dealey looked very comfortable out there as well. So still some positives to take away.
Absolutely, yeah. I think they'll be quite happy. The position we were in at half time, realistically the game was lost from us. We weren't with 2 points on the board in 35 minutes. So to come out in the second half and score 1-9, I think that'll be relative. They'll be quite happy with that as well. As you say, though, we lost the game, and they won't be too happy about that. They're having their own little words down. I know the lads themselves, they'll be saying, look, we lost the game here. We're still in the hunt. They're off to Cavan next week. That'll be a big game. We have to get something out of that game. We have to try and get something, and let's hope that Conor is fit for that game, because we'll need him. Yeah, so that's Tipperary versus Cavan. That's up in Cavan next Sunday afternoon at 2:00. So that's just about it here from myself. I'd like to thank Philly Ryan for his co-commentary duties here today. It's finished up in Semple Stadium, the first round of the Division 3 of the National Football League. It's finished up Tipperary 1-11, Down 2-11. So a win for the Ulstermen, and Tipperary defeated here in Semple Stadium. But for myself, Paul Carlin, for Philly Ryan, we will talk to you again.